I wonder if they're going to continue the theming of like one legend at the start of each month and then a TM legend.
I am not opposed to it.
It does make treasure map. I mean, in a way, the fact that they release a TM legend means that like if you don't have the legend, you're kind of fucked. But it does make it easier to find friend captains because it is a legend.
And also, like, friend captains now give you the extra little boost, so there's more of an inclination to, like, using them and stuff, too. I don't think I'm opposed to it, per se, but at the same time, it's still kind of shitty practice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for the next GGP app, because that's going to be a juicer.
Banger.
That's also That'll be like the second to last ep before the award show. No, that'll be the last ep before the award show. So, that'll be our last proper ep of the year. So it ends on an OPTC one, and there's the whole Twitter letter. I'm keen to read that and go through each of those points, because I didn't read it properly, but I went back and read it, and I was like, I might make a video on this, because this is...
I have not done that.
I might make a video on it. I think you should too. I think because it's, I don't know, just the way that they worded some stuff just doesn't sound right. Like...
Link it. Let me read it.
Hold on. Let me slide it through.
Yeah, slide it through. Let me peep it.
So basically, the letter was kind of generated... Yeah, there you go. Todd did it. The letter, at least... I believe the letter was generated after Todd's interview with Yoshi, and it was kind of like a summarization of the points that were discussed.
Correct, yeah.
And I'm just not a fan of the specific things they talked about, because, I don't know, like, I feel like, I mean, it's good that they've acknowledged it, but acknowledging it's one thing and actioning it's another. So, like, we're at step 1 of 2 right now, so... Hopefully, we don't have to wait too long for things to actually be actioned as opposed to anything of the sort. I just find it very interesting how many times they bring up the word repetitive. That was always very interesting to me.
It's getting repetitive how often they're repeating repetitive.
Repetitive, facts. What isn't repetitive, though, is another GGP app. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Great Perfect Podcast. We're here. We're live.
Back.
We are recording very early. We're recording very early in the week because it's somebody's birthday on Friday. And they're a bit busy for us because they're cool and they got friends. Flame.
Imagine having friends.
Imagine having friends. Could not be me. It says Todd. Man was in America with his girlfriend for the last 3 weeks. Here I am playing with my nutsack doing nothing. But episode 80. Nice, clean, round number. It is a non-Treasure Cruise ep. I know. I'm going to keep in the part at the start where we talk about the letter, but look forward to episode 81, where we're going to do a deep dive into all things Treasure Cruise. There's a lot of legends that have come out, a lot of things that have happened. And that will be the penultimate episode of the year, I believe. And then the final episode of the year, or technically the final episode of the year, will be the award show. So look forward to that coming soon.
Yeah, the award show is going to be fun.
Yeah, fun for you guys. I'm actually ripping my hair out right now. It has been...
Oh, no.
It has been long. long, my friends. It's going to be fun to, like, watch, like, everything unfold. But, like, it has been... I mean, I want to give 2 shout-outs to start off with. Shout out to Tony, aka Twants, from the Stump Cord. Without that guy, none of this would have actually happened in the first place. He's just been keeping track of absolutely everything that's been coming out and just updating it in a tracker sheet that I have. So, you know, shout out to him for, you know, holding it down. And then also shout out to Ryoiin, as per usual. Right-hand man there. He's been keeping things saucy and been helping out a ton there too. But right now, there are 4 more categories to go in terms of actually creating things. 2 of which are kind of out of my hands because I've outsourced them. And then 2 of which I need to do, which are the most annoying ones, which is very frustrating. But naturally, I've left the most annoying ones till last because I'm a masochist.
I don't know if we've talked about it at all, but is it going to be like similar to last year where we did it like on the YouTube channel, like as a live stream?
Yes, yeah. So it's going to be a full. Right. It's going to be a full live event. It's going to be potentially. I think the live event, we have to discuss it naturally between us, but it'll be sometime around maybe November 10th. So not November, December 10th. We'll do the recording. The December 10th, 11.
Oh.
And
I
then
think something I've learned about something recently. I might be busy on the 10th.
Okay, that's fine then. Because
Yeah.
basically the 10th is the Saturday for us, which will be the last day of voting. No, so the last day of voting will be the 9th, if everything goes to plan. The 9th, so the 8th US. And then the 10th will technically be like the last day in terms of like what we've categorized as like the start and end date of the award show. So as long as it's done like 10th or 11th, so even 11th works fine as well. One of those 2 days we'll have to pencil in early, so probably we'll have to chat about that and pencil it in everyone's calendar to make sure that we're all available at the same time to do it as a live event, because it's gonna be a long one, like 32 categories, so double from last year. Last year went for about an hour, and then we had about an hour of like post-show stuff. This year just probably be a full 2 hours of just award show, so it's gonna be
crazy.
Gonna be crazy. I mean, I'm looking forward to everyone's content as well.
Imagine if we were able to get like official reveal, like kind of like a Game Awards kind of thing.
I wish, man. I wish.
Oh, that'd be lit.
Maybe if you hosted it and didn't mention my name, there'd be a potential.
The negative Twitter presence. Yeah, definitely not named Papi.
Definitely not me. But maybe if you hosted it, there'd be a different situation there. But nah. I mean, maybe one day. Maybe if we continue hosting it, maybe one day we'll be acknowledged. We were acknowledged like 3 years ago. Shout out Nick. Shout out to those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's a throwback and a half, isn't it?
That was.
I just remember how gassed I was. I remember exactly what I was doing too. I was in Boris's Discord in the VC with like Boris and all those guys. And they said it. Everyone started saying, yo, they said GGP said. And I was like, wow, I missed it. And I remember somebody had clipped it and sent me the clip. And I was like, holy fuck, it's time. And I was like, we finally made it. And then, things have been there since. But without further ado, let's continue jumping into it, because that was jumping into. I don't know why I'd say it otherwise. Flame, Todd, how you guys been doing? What's been happening? What's the breakdown? I know Todd's just come back. How are your travels, Todd?
Oh man, the way home was so freaking rough. It was bad. So obviously Bandai paid for the flight, but it was in and out of New York, and obviously Kisa doesn't live in New York, so I had after all that, I had to basically get my way back to New York.
Yep.
And then being able to fly out from there back home.
Yep.
But the issue with that is that the flight leaving New York left at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and there wasn't any feasible way that I could fly in before the flight. So I actually had to fly the day prior. And that's domestic flights are pretty expensive in the States at the moment. So that cost me a pretty penny just to actually get back to New York. But I got there the night before at like 11 o'clock at night, 11:30. And then by that point, I basically had to wait like 6-7 hours before I could check in my luggage to actually like get on this other flight. And before that, like actually check in, you have to like wait. And there were a bunch of people that were in a similar situation to me, where they were just waiting around for the registers to open to check in their luggage. And before you do that, like there's no chairs, there's no vending machines, there's no food or water or anything. So a bunch of people just like literally sitting on the airport floor waiting for these freaking registers to open.
Oh my
God. It was so uncomfortable. I had a sore ass shoulder for the rest of the way back,
and a sore ass probably from sitting
dude. It was rough. And then it's from New York to Dubai, which was like 12.5 hours.
Oh my days.
And then 2-hour stopover, and then like 12 hours from Dubai back to Melbourne. So yeah, it was a pretty rough way home, but it's done. We're here. We're live
out there now. How have things been since you've come back to the grind?
Yeah, it's been pretty chill. Just been just hanging around. I came back yesterday, so been doing more chill stuff. I made some videos yesterday, and tonight I'm going out to the movies with Dylan and Jacob. We're going to see the new Wakanda Forever. The Black Panther
film.
So we're going to do that, and
nice.
Getting back to the swing of things, really.
Love that. Saw your Tears video. I don't know, mate. I think you're not respecting Zoro enough. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, preemptive placing.
Nah, still don't respect it enough. Man put it below fucking Onigashima Law and Kid. Last tap. Fuck off. I'm just trying to be like the comment section, to be honest with you. That's about it.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I love, like, that's probably one of my favorite things to do is go read through your comment section.
Oh yeah, I don't even
the Teal's videos.
read the comment.
I might start making my own videos.
It's cancer.
I might make my own video reading through your comment section every week or some shit. That sounds like class. So, it's just yeah. I guess it's for people to know. Just don't even bother comment for the algorithm. Just say I'm commenting for the algorithm. We don't care about your opinions. No, I kid. Flame.
Sorry, Flame. What you been up to, buddy?
Or Villanueva. I don't pronounce it properly. What should I say? Should I still call you Flame? Or should I call you Vil?
Definitely don't call me Vil. No, you can call me Flame. Not much. I'm on vacation right now, so
Love that.
I'm off until the 15th.
Nice.
Got my girlies pissing me off.
Love that from you.
I just started playing God of War today. That's been pretty sick. And like Todd, I'm going to see Black Panther tomorrow.
Nice.
Not really looking forward to it, but I'm just gonna go check it out just because.
Any particular reason why?
I'm not really a big fan of Black Panther, and spoiler alert, since he's not in this one. I'm not really sure what I'm to expect.
Yeah, that's fair. So, that's fair.
So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's good though. But yeah, I mean, I've just been chilling. I caught up on Chainsaw Man today.
Nice.
And yeah, that's basically it.
It's about that. Yeah, it's been a very we're not recording too much earlier than we generally would, to be honest. But it's been a very just like lax kind of fortnight since the last time we recorded. I haven't done much, just working. That's about it. Same old business there. Yeah, like we mentioned at the start, just pumping out the award show. I think it's gonna be I'm super looking forward to, because I know that you guys basically know nothing as well, which is what will be interesting.
Yep, I'm excited.
You know, that's the fun part of doing this, is that, like, you know, even the own hosts, like when it comes to the actual stuff, that I will be myself and Ryoiin, I should say specifically, will be the only two people that actually know the results at the end of the day. So everyone else, even people that have helped on it, will have no idea what's going on. So that's the fun part, I think, of everything to do with that. But no, just been hard pumping that out. But I guess we can segue into Film Red, since I saw that on, what was that? I saw it on Saturday last. No, was it Saturday? Jesus, that was a long time ago. So Saturday last week, I believe, is when I saw it. But I'm assuming everyone in here has now watched it at least once to some capacity. What was everyone's opinions of Film Red? How did you guys feel about it overall?
Go Flame.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go, buddy.
So I might be the oddball here, but I enjoyed it, but I think I went into it with too much expectations.
No, I'm the same.
Because I don't know, like I felt like there were parts of the movie like I just didn't care about. Like I felt like it was dragging a bit.
Yep.
Also, not the movie's fault, but for whatever reason, my theater had the volume like kind of low. So the music just wasn't really hitting.
Damn,
that's rough.
Yeah, so that kind of sucked. I wasn't too big of a fan of like the villain of the movie. I thought I thought everything was just kind of like shit was just happening. I feel like the previous One Piece movies were better paced and like story wise as well.
Yeah.
But for what it was, like I was excited to see, you know, all the stuff with Shanks. I'm assuming at some point we'll throw a little spoiler warning so we can talk about stuff.
No, look, I mean, these eps are kind of just like pure spoiler shit anyway. But I mean, yeah, spoiler warning. Okay. I'll put it out now. We're going to be talking about Film Red stuff, so go for it.
All right, so then we just had the random what the fuck Gear 5. That shit was crazy. If nobody was in the theater, I would have stood up.
Yeah, they really just put that in out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was so random because he was in Snake Man, so I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
um, I was really excited to see the thing with Yasop and Usopp. Yasop
Mm-hmm.
has like some coordination shit that was kind of crazy. Um, and I don't know, Shanks was just like I'm kind of happy they didn't like show too much with Shanks,
Right.
but Shanks was just kind of like doing some sword play. But I
Yeah.
was very impressed when he did his Conqueror's hockey shit at the end. He
Yep.
dropped my man Momonga. I was like, not Momonga.
Absolutely. Absolutely destroyed.
That man just put it. That man just like freaking flopped his dick out on the table and said, "Now what?
Actual
Come at me,
madness.
bro."
That was pretty crazy. I did like Utsu's backstory though. I thought that was done pretty well. Um, but yeah, like I said, it was a good movie, but I think I went in with a little bit too much expectations.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I kind of echo the same thing. Like I feel like I get unnecessarily, I'm not unnecessarily hyped, but I get pretty hyped with this kind of stuff. So I was super gassed the whole film regardless. Um like I just tried to have as much fun as I possibly could. I went with some good friends, but like I don't know, I just feel like maybe like my level of like excitement kind of exceeds most people's when it comes to watching it. So like I felt like I felt kind of out of place at times while getting gassed. I think like I think Todd has a great story about the middle of the film, but I'll also comment on the middle of the film as well. Like it just felt so unnecessary. I don't know why. It like thinking back on it now, I felt like there was a lot of time spent that just felt like it was unfortunately felt like filler for a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of those parts of the film. Like I think like my favorite part of the film is just seeing like Beckman fucking block a bullet with his with his hand. Like that shit was
Dude,
that shit was
Beckman's so
gas.
Chad.
He hockeyed up.
Yeah, that shit was so gas. But they're like, I mean, I'm just gonna say it outright. I honestly don't like how they just weaseled in Gear 5. It just didn't like it was sick to watch,
It
but thinking
was
about
so
it now,
random.
it just didn't it felt kind of out of place. Like, I guess the question I'll ask you guys, where does this film sit in the quote unquote timeline of things?
I heard that this movie is pre-Wano. It's like
That's what I had
post
said, and
epic.
everyone called me fucking delusional. And I was like, it has to
No,
be
that's what I
pre-Wano. Big
heard.
Mum's sitting right there, just chilling. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way.
Well, like even Sanji, he does his like blue flame.
Yo, yeah, he
Ifrit
did the Ifrit.
attack.
I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
So like I don't know, like I just feel like Gear 5 was a bit unnecessary. Like, and I
It
guess
was
like
just fan service.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like people who know, and other people would have just watched that and probably like maybe been unawares to it, like what was kind of happening. But it just
Right.
I don't know. It felt a
Yeah.
bit unnecessary.
When the Gear 5 scene happened in my movie theater, like I was freaking out. Like I was smacking the shit out of
I
my
was freaking
friends.
out too.
But
Everyone was like, "What's going
but
on?"
that's what I was saying. Like nobody else was reacting. And so in my head, I'm like, damn, like these people didn't like they don't even understand what they just showed.
Major. Literally
Mhm.
literally the same thing that I felt as well. I saw it, I was like, yo, and everyone's like, what? And I'm like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't, I don't want to say too much now, but like, yeah, I thought it was pre Wano post Whole Cake was my assumption too, but yeah, I don't know. I the singing was cool, music was lit sometimes, but sometimes it really felt like they just shoehorned in some songs or like some singing portion of things. Like I don't know, it just felt
Oh
a
no,
bit.
people are dying. Time to sing.
Yeah, bro. Shank's like, drink this shit, bitch. You're gonna survive. Nah, let me sing real quick. Like, come on,
Nah,
man.
nah, that song and that scene though was really good.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. Overall, it was. I still had lots of fun. Like I had lots of fun, but I think I went into it. With the same frame of mind as you did, Flame. And I think the issue is fucking Arta on Twitter just kept gassing this film up so
Dude.
much.
That man, Dick Rider.
He just kept gassing. I was like, okay, if he's seen it 11 times, and I'm like, okay, minus like 7 because he's like the One Piece guy. Like, surely this shit is fucking incredible.
The way I put it in my head, it was like I just imagined the movie like imagine it wasn't like the Shanks Pirates. It was like imagine it was like the Big Mom Pirates or something like people were already familiar with. It would have been way less exciting.
That
Oh,
makes
yeah,
sense.
for
Yeah, that
sure.
makes way more sense.
I
Right.
feel like most of the excitement was just because like a bunch of these people like we're seeing for the first time actually do shit. So that's why like everything was so like insane. Like even like
Like,
if they just did like little shit like holy shit he blocked the punch.
yeah, exactly. Like me getting, I think my favorite scene was literally Beckman hucking his hand and just zing, fucking grabbing that bullet out of midair
That
because
was
that shit was
sick.
tight as fuck. But like the whole like tandem attack thing is cool. But I think the funniest part for me was like my brain just kept relating everything to that released in Treasure Cruise. I was like, oh. So that was that moment. Oh, that was this moment. Oh, that was. I was like, oh, okay. It
And
all makes
that's
sense
why
now why these units came out and like for what purpose they existed.
and that's why I'm happy I did not watch any special animations.
Well, yeah, because like you watch the Snake Man animation in the game, you're like, why the fuck is Shanks there? You're like, this makes no damn sense. And you watch the film, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. But I
No,
do
you know
want
what
to.
doesn't make sense? No, the shit that don't make sense regarding Treasure Cruise is the fact that Shank's legend was the flashback Shank.
Correct, and I want to add on top of that too. Why the fuck was Chopper the legend? Like
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
that one
yeah.
makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. So, no, overall, like I enjoyed it. Is it my favorite One Piece film? I don't think so. I think I would have to watch it again. I'd have to like watch them in a marathon, like all the One Piece films at some point, and kind of like pick and choose. But what about you, Todd? How did you feel? You saw it earlier, but then also saw it at the premiere as well in New York.
Yeah, and then I went to the theaters with Carissa. I watched it for a third time as
There
well.
you
I
go.
actually, with Carissa, we watched the English dub.
Oh, okay. How
Which
was
the
that?
previous two times I watched the sub. But so
Right.
the dub was interesting because the songs were still in Japanese, which I thought they were going to do English songs, but no, they're still the
Okay.
Japanese songs. But then it's just like
Right.
English voices, so it's kind of weird for them to like just speak in normal English and then it just breaks out into a song that's in Japanese. It's kind of a bit weird, but it's yeah, it's cool. I really like the opening like concert sequence. It like really sets the stage, and then it gets to the middle section where you get a lot of exposition that is just kind of boring, and I wouldn't say
Right.
it's
Yeah.
redundant, but I feel like what the way they should have structured the film is the flashback should have been the opening scene of the film, in my opinion. I think that would have set it up a little bit
Uh,
better, and then like after the flashback,
yes.
it cuts, and then you got like the Straw Hats arriving, and then the cuts to the
Yeah,
concert.
I actually really agree with that now because it just felt very like rushed, right? Like I felt like it jumped around a lot and like there was no
It
real
did.
like coherent. Like you had to be very focused. I felt on the film to kind of like understand what the fuck was going on. So
And it
yeah,
would have been
I
cool if they
agree.
did like after they show like Shanks killing the Demon King in the flashback, like it would have been cool if they showed like reaction around the world, like showing like fan favorite characters reacting to that news. I think that would have been pretty neat too. Just add a bit more, you know,
No, I agree with
add a
you.
bit more to the film.
I think that it should have started with the whole flashback stuff, so you kind of like got an understanding of like what like the purpose of the film was, and then having the Straw Hats roll into the concert as opposed to just like being there, like it like I don't know, it just felt like so out of place, like out of nowhere, all these pirates just pulling up to this concert. Like how the fuck did they get there? Like you know what's the purpose? Why like it just felt a bit like it just existed. I don't know. Like the
Yeah,
storytelling wasn't as bang on as it probably should have been. At least like with Stampede, there was a premise to it all. Like you knew why all these pirates had pulled up to the island and what they were there for and blah blah blah. Like there was purpose. And same thing I guess kind of the same thing as like, you know, Film Gold as well. Like there was kind of a bit
mm,
more of a bit more of a coherent story as to why things are happening. But I think for Film Red, it kind of just okay, we're here, we're just gonna start partying. You know, so
but
how
yeah,
would you
like
go?
the middle section was like not that great, but then the end they obviously brought it back with
Oh, they
fight
binked the
scenes
end. They banged the end,
and
hundred
everything
percent.
like that. And shout out to my man Kobe, who was commanding everyone.
Oh, my goat,
He
my
went hard.
fucking goat, my goat for real.
And
Um,
also the fact that Treasure Cruise didn't release a film Red Law, a Beppo, a
that
Bato, like
bro,
key characters in the film, and they
that's what
didn't
I'm
even release
saying.
versions of them.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's
I'm
kind of
saying.
shitty.
Like there was so many like they could have easily like done a bunch of free to play like CP0 characters. They could have done like. They could have even done like the admirals again. They could have like I know they released like Fuji and Kizaru, but they could have done a Kainu potentially. Like I agree, Law and Beppo. I'm so mad that we didn't get like a small Bluno unit as well of some kind, like the Chibi Bluno as well. So like I don't know, I think there was a lot of missed opportunity. Like I don't know who was in charge of choosing the characters, but I don't think they binked it out too well there. But tell your story about the middle section, Todd. I know you told us before in the stump chord. What happened when you were at the premiere?
Oh my god. Yeah, so the premiere occurred literally the day after I arrived in New York. So the jet lag was still hitting me pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I actually fell asleep in the film basically after like the evil, quote unquote, the evil Uta came out and kind of revealed herself in the film. And then I fell asleep and then woke up right as Shanks stopped Uta from killing Luffy. So I was like, okay, that was the perfect little rest that I had, and now we're good to watch the end of the film. It was awesome. But the premiere was really cool though in New York. We had the director Taniguchi and a whole bunch of like the producers of the film, and they did like a Q&A after the film, which was really cool. I wanted to include some of it in my vlog, but I got told to take it out. Like apparently we weren't supposed to film anything in the theater at all.
Oh, okay.
Which was annoying because like I actually filmed like me walking in, like filming all of the posters and like seeing everyone there because like there was a bunch of people that were like at the premiere. We had Matt, who is the showrunner for the Netflix One Piece series, was there.
Sick. Yeah, okay.
The Nami actor was there.
What's her name?
Emily Rudd.
Emily
Rudd was there. So yeah, got to meet those two, which are awesome. Arta was there. JD Legend, who's a One Piece YouTuber. Yeah, we had a whole bunch of people there. It was really cool.
That's sick. Yeah. That's a shame. That'd have been cool.
Yeah, but then like anything that was filmed inside the walls of the theater, I wasn't allowed to include in the vlog, so that sucked.
I guess it's the whole IP. The whole IP.
Yeah, there's licensing issues. I don't know the details about it.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Either way, it was a good night. And then after that, we like the whole group of us went out for drinks and stuff, which was really fun.
Nice, wonderful. I'm gonna, I guess, to kind of surmise Film Red, I suppose. What would you give it out of 10? Where would you place it amongst the other One Piece films? Like, what are your overall thoughts on that front?
I would give it an 8 personally. I liked it a lot because I did like the music sequences and the ending of the film was really good. Like the fight scene and just having the redhead pirates there was just like the best thing about it. The middle section obviously doesn't give it any real help. It kind of hurts the film, honestly. And I think in terms of the One Piece films, I probably still rank Zephyr as my favorite just because it has probably the best story. Right. I think Zephyr is just a really interesting character. And also all the Straw Hats get like kind of really cool scenes, which is kind of nice.
Yep.
And then like, I don't know what like I'm not actually the biggest fan of Strong World because I like Shiki as a villain, but I felt like the first half of the film I didn't really like. After the Straw Hats get the drip and they show up to Shiki's palace, that's when shit gets serious. I love that. And then what else is there? Like Film Gold. Film Gold's kind of cool. The characters are pretty memorable. Tesoro is kind of a cool villain. But I didn't like the film that much overall, I feel.
Right.
And what else is there? Stampede's a good watch. It's a fun one, but that has a pretty terrible story to it, honestly.
Yeah. Yep. 8 out of 10. Not bad.
I would probably give it a 7. And as far as where I would place it, it'd probably be like in the middle of the pack. Like I don't think it's the worst One Piece movie, but it's definitely not my favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite movies were Stampede, Z, and Film Gold.
Nice. I think I'd probably put 7.5, 8 as well. I think I personally really enjoyed Stampede. I think I agree with what you said, Todd. Like it is a very fun watch. Like it's just super enjoyable to it's just all out balls pretty much the whole time, you know. So like it's just super enjoyable, but definitely for story wise, Z's fucking elite. So like I think like Yeah, goated. No, I think I definitely agree. I think that like maybe I'd have to go watch it again, like just to kind of to like watch it to like for it to more for a lot of the like the parts that maybe I missed or whatever to sink in. But I don't know. I think I find it very hard to go back and rewatch a lot of these One Piece films, at least for myself, because it's kind of one of the things where it's like for example, like when I watch like a TV show, let's say like Breaking Bad, right? Like this is a weird comparison, but roll with me. Like Breaking Bad, for example, like I could never ever watch that again, purely because I just know it's gonna happen, and like I would lose a lot of the joy of like of watching it, like, you know, and be like, oh, okay, well I know X is gonna happen and Y is gonna happen and blah blah blah. So I feel like that kind of like rolls into kind of how I feel about like a lot of the One Piece films, where it's like I don't really want to watch things again purely because I'm just gonna like lose a lot of like the hype or excitement for the fights. I'm just gonna watch them like, oh, okay, and then this person does this and then this person does that, and kind of, you know, move forward with it. So I definitely should probably rewatch Film Red, but I mean maybe in a couple of years time it'll pop back up and, you know, it'll be a good rewatch again. That'll probably be my nice little summarization of it too.
There you
All
go.
right. I'm gonna throw it back to you, Todd.
Yep.
You interviewed someone pretty important.
Yeah, I did actually.
Who was that? How was it? What happened?
None other than the man, the myth, the legend, Yoshi P,
the goat,
juicer,
the goat
of the game we all know and love. That was a pretty cool experience. We had that planned, and basically Yannicka took Roger and I, and we because we actually did the interview at the hotel that we were staying at, but for some reason the Treasure Cruise team, they were staying at like a different hotel that was like a couple blocks away. Not too sure why. There's probably some reason for it. But they came down, and like we actually hired out like a conference room that they had that we used for the interview, and Roger did his one first. And his one, for those of you who have seen it, you guys would kind of understand that Roger's not really a hardcore player of the game, so his interview is more lighthearted with just more generic questions, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I think people kind of appreciate that at least. And then we had my side, which was a bit more hard hitting, which is what probably the fans of Treasure Cruise would have liked to have heard.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to see some of those responses. I mean, probably the most interesting response was the fact that Hannibal is his favorite character. Like,
yeah,
mad.
man.
Out of every character you could pick.
Not even just that, but I adore the reasoning behind it. Oh, because he demonstrates like what a like, you know, what a responsible adult should do. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, no shot.
Then again, man. Do you see in Subconsi's reaction? He's like, "Oh, maybe he said this because of the higher ups." They say that's it gives him more brownie points, I suppose, with the higher ups.
I mean,
I don't know about all that.
At this point, could be, man. There was a lot that we got from those interviews, though. Like, I think it was fantastic, and
it was good to hear. It was good to hear directly from them saying like, oh, we know that we kind of fucked up. We know that we haven't been communicating as much. And this is kind of like our steps moving forward and how we're going to identify the issues and how we're going to deal with them. Now, we didn't get a lot of information in terms of short-term fixes. We basically don't have any short-term fixes, but they have full out confirmed all of the information that a lot of people have been complaining about, and they are going to work on them. It would be nice if we did get a little bit more of the short term just to make people a little bit more happy. It is interesting though, because as of the recording of this video on the 10th of November, Australian time anyways, previously last news time, we actually got information about a new update to the Recollection Archive where they're bringing back like the old kimono straw hats, the Wano straw hats for some reason. Like that's like another random event of characters that basically never returned. I mean, the characters aren't that good, but there's still a bunch of characters that we don't have access to that they need to give back. I mean, even like old school limited rare recruit, shout out to Bonsai Akainu, man needs to come back.
Yep. Like
but obviously,
there's just a lot. There's like a lot to unpack, and I think that you did a really good job by not really like sitting sitting too tight and like kind of rebuttaling where you possibly could. Obviously within the respect of the room and blah blah blah. You won't just like, if it was me in there, different fucking story. I would have to escort by security guard. But like, I think you did a
cracking
great
those
job.
knuckles.
Yeah, I'm fucking. Nothing. I'll kiss him on the forehead and tell him he's doing a good job. But it's like you did a great job in being like, well, like that's a good answer, but like there are other glaring issues with what you've said, and I think that you portrayed yourself very well in those interviews. And I think that what I did enjoy was like the fact that they like announced that there is a repetitive problem, like i.e. they literally said the content, more or less they talked about the content cycle, like specifically, not specifically, but they mentioned that there is an issue, but it was like they told the right thing but just didn't do it in the right direction, like claiming that arenas and clashes and the monthly turtle events are repetitive, but not talking about how treasure maps repetitive is a bit of an uncanny kind of like decision making process. So it's
Right.
Yeah, that one doesn't make a lot of sense. When he said
yeah,
like clashes and arenas were repetitive, I don't understand that because they
correct,
literally made changes to not make that type of game mode
correct.
repetitive. So that didn't make any sense, and that's why I'm like, bruh, like no, people like this stuff.
Yeah, it just felt like a bit obtuse in those responses, and like I don't know, like, and naturally, like I do agree with you. I feel like I would like to see things in the short term, but a lot of these things naturally are like long term plays. So I just hope we don't have to wait too long for these things to actually come to fruition, as opposed to just praying to God that something kind of pops, because it seems like they're
Yeah.
working on something that's gonna like take the place of a lot of these events and be not repetitive, but I don't really know what that answer is, at least for myself. Like I'm sure that they have an idea, but if I'm to think about it, like I don't know what I'd release that would remove the repetitiveness of the game, because that's kind of what Treasure Cruise is. So I don't know.
I was gonna say, I feel like the letter was a bit premature. I feel like they should have released that letter when they actually like were ready to let
Had
players know
answers.
what.
Yep.
Yeah, like what's the compensation for it? Because they've always done that. They're like they'll release a letter, but then they won't tell you anything. They're like, yeah, we're working on it, and then
Yeah,
just like
I
you gotta
agree.
wait.
I
Like
I
I,
I, I agree.
like and then like you said, like a lot of stuff is repetitive, but that's how the game's always been. That's just the style of the game.
Yep.
Um, so it's like whatever they're going to create is gonna have that same effect in the long run anyway.
Like I call not I won't say I called it, but I spoke about this like ages ago. Like the whole idea of them removing arenas, or quote unquote removing is what I want to say, arenas and clashes, because there's no differentiation between the content anymore. That's in
Yeah, it's
my opinion
basically
why
the
they're
same
removed.
thing with a different
Exactly,
skin.
100%. Like a clash is the same as an arena. That's the same as a turtle event. Like they're all, you do the same thing and you get the same thing out of it. Like the whole
Yeah, it would be
reason
nice
why,
if there was some kind of thing in the content that gave it a bit more of a distinguishing factor between it.
but at least like
I don't
that's
know
why
how they could do
arenas,
it,
but
but
like that's why arenas were different from the very start, right? It's because you farmed for the materials to get the character. Like that's how
yeah.
that differentiate. And raid was just purely farm for the character, and then
Well, like Colosseums were interesting when they first came out because you had those like mini bosses you had
mini
to kill
bosses.
before
Yep.
you actually got to it, and then they're like, "Oh, this is too much effort. Let's just release the boss by itself."
And then they removed like the farming aspect of the boss. So like I feel like they kind of shot
Yeah.
themselves in, like I think I will give them credit because they did try the approach of quote unquote simplifying things and making things as how would you put it, making things as approachable as possible in terms of like from a player's perspective. I can just jump into this content and like there's a lot less barriers to entry per se, but I feel like they took it too far and they just made everything the same, which is probably why they're reworking things. But I mean, overall, like how did you feel interviewing, you know, the producer of the game that you've played for so long? How was
Yeah,
that feeling
so
overall?
I don't think it's much of a surprise to many people, but the questions that were asked were they had to be approved before we did the interview.
Yeah.
So, luckily, actually, none of the questions that I originally wrote down were like rejected. They were
Awesome.
down to literally answer anything, which was a bit of a shock. I wasn't really expecting that. I was definitely expecting it to be more like
Restrictive.
domesticated.
Yeah.
I suppose like I was expecting it to be kind of like clean cut and
Yeah.
like very typical what you'd expect, but
Yeah.
I like the fact that they were down to actually talk about the issues, which was what people wanted. So I was really happy about that. And I know some people say, "Oh, you should have asked about this. You should have asked about that." And like we did have other meetings with the Treasure Cruise team after the fact, which a
Mm-hmm.
lot of those questions were asked, like real like side stuff that's not too important, but
Yeah.
just interesting questions that obviously I don't think I'm allowed to reveal or anything, but
No.
there was interesting stuff said, that's for sure.
There was
But
conversations had that weren't on camera. That's the gist
correct.
of it. The thing, like, it's not like
And
you're gonna go
also
there and not talk about Treasure Cruise. Like, come on.
so we had a dinner with the Treasure Cruise team on like
Right.
the last night, like the same night that they had the One Piece takeover at Times Square.
Yeah.
So after we had that and we hung out there for a bit, we walked to a restaurant and had dinner with the team. And I actually recorded a video with Yoshi at the restaurant, but I was not allowed to. It was not approved to publicize it. Unfortunately,
Interesting.
it was
Dang,
that
well,
was a real fun video, but unfortunately they said no. So maybe
that's fair.
somewhere in the future down the line I can make it public, but not right now,
Not
unfortunately.
right now. That's fair.
But
Like,
yeah, it was
makes
cool though.
sense.
It was cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and hopefully they can organize something like that again, whether it be at another convention, maybe in Europe or something, and
Nah,
potentially fly out more people.
Australia,
That'd be
mate.
cool.
Bring it here. Bring it. Let me fight Yoshi one on one. I'm gonna wear a t-shirt that says "I am Captain Papi. I'm that guy." No, I think like it's super surreal to me. Like when the videos came out, I was like, "Whoa!" Like this is crazy, you know? Like you would never really anticipate something like this happening. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a very
Oh yeah, the
super
fact,
uncommon thing.
I guess like this was one thing that I was like kind of interested about. Like I asked them, like, you're doing all this stuff with us, but how come you guys don't do it with the Japanese content creators? Because it makes sense because you literally live in the same country as these people. You speak the
Correct.
same language as these people. Why would you not make videos with the Japanese creators? So I don't
Mhm.
know what the issue is regarding that. I don't know why they didn't. Why would they wouldn't pursue that? I guess they do have some kind of infrastructure set up with us and the creators for the global side of the game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Potentially they just don't have plans to do that for the Japanese side, or maybe they haven't identified the correct individuals or something like that. I'm not too sure what the issue is, but like it would be cool like if in the future they did like a global and Japan like creator video. That would be kind of cool.
That'd be sick.
But either
I
way,
think it has to happen at some point, right? Like like at least someone like Coruscant and Snowman would probably be the two like headliners that I would put out there as like
I'd say
as
for
Treasure
sure
Cruise
Snowman
creators.
because he's like
100%
he's a
Snowman.
personality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. He shows his face, like he's very reactive. He makes great content. Like definitely something with Snowman. I'd love to see an interview with Snowman and Yoshi. That'd be tight.
Because they did Takashi. He did a video with him.
Way back, yeah, not even way back. It was during all the One Piece celebration things as well. So like, I mean, Takashi's also like a personality though. Like he took the stepping stone from Treasure Cruise content to like just being like a One Piece guy. So
Right.
Like it makes sense to kind of get him involved. But like at the same time, I feel like Snowman would be the most ideal person to have on there to talk to Yoshi, or even like to have him be involved with the global content people, like a collab video with like you and Snowman that was facilitated by Treasure Cruise would be like fucking tight. You know, like that should be awesome. I think that's kind of like
that would
what
be
we
cool.
need to do more of. Like it was like the SNS has definitely become a lot better. But then it kind of waned off back to being about the generic like posts that always come out. I think that like, especially because Treasure Cruise is still in such a niche market of like, it has such a niche audience. I think more things involving creators and getting involved with the community at large, you know, I think is always a positive step. And I feel like this interview, I mean, I say this all the time, but fingers crossed this interview is a step in the right direction. Just as long as we don't take 2 steps backwards after that as well, which fingers crossed we don't. I think the interviews were
he even
sick,
said in the interview. Yeah, he said in the interview like that he's down to do like interviews like that with the community, which that's interesting. It would be cool if like randomly out of the blue I can be like, "Hey, yo, Yoshi, I want to talk," and he's like, "Okay, let's set up an interview." Like that would be cool if we could do something like that on a more common basis.
Yeah,
That would be pretty interesting.
Yoshi, the
We'll
GGP's
see where it
open.
goes.
You know, there's open invitation to come on the podcast at any point. I'll pay for your translators. Don't stress. I'm more than happy to facilitate an interview. We can have some questions pre-written for you. I'm sincerely and truly honest. Like, you know, I know that it never happened, but it's an open invite, open interview. You know.
Speaking of open invites,
here comes Knight from his developer meeting with Yoshi. How was the meeting, Knight?
Oh, hi, yo. It was fine.
Yeah.
That's where I just came back from.
Oh my days. But no, I think the interview was sick. Like it was I think that it was definitely something that needs to happen more often than not. But with Knight's arrival, I think that kind of leads us into a great little next segment. Has anyone seen the leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet?
Yep.
How's it? My God, that game is.
All right, hang on. We need to say it. Which starter is the best final evolution?
Fire. It's just fire.
I don't know.
What? You aren't gonna say fucking Duxley, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, yes, I am.
No shot. That is the worst one.
This the guy.
No. Listen.
This the guy.
The cat is the worst one.
No, this the guy. Is this the one you like?
Yeah, yes, I do.
He looks shit. he looks like I said to Todd the other day. I'm like, he looks like a loser. He looks like a loser.
Did you see the picture of the fire starter in the game? His fire looks like that shit's in Microsoft Paint.
Bro, the whole game looks like it's in fucking Microsoft Paint. What do you mean?
That's facts. No, I like the fire starter the most, but because there's the other Pokemon in the game, you know how there's like the 2 different variations of it, like the ones that have the blades for the hands.
Yeah.
I think those are also fire types, so there'll be a little bit of overlap there if you're building a team with them.
Like, okay, I'm gonna agree with Flame. The cat is the worst looking one.
That shit is trash, bro.
I might have to agree. The cat is the worst looking one. The cat looks like a person in a fursuit.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, why did they make it? Have you seen the second evolution? The second evolution for it looks so good, and then that final stage.
The second evolution of Fuecoco looks he's got a hat on. Where did his hat go? Bro, that shit. Yeah, I drew that shit in MS Paint. That's me. I actually drew that. That's fucked. Why does that look so shit? Bro, this game looks ass. This game looks so ass, man.
And Game Freak, what are you doing? But I will say the recreations of the the new forms of old Pokemon in this game look kind of heat.
I think it's too
Salamence, baby.
That shit looks so hard,
bro. The evolution for Bishop goes so hard. Bro, Bishop evolution, bro.
What version is Salamence gonna be on? Because I'm playing that version.
I think it's Scarlet.
I'm playing that one. Fuck it.
Yeah. The top picture is Violet. The bottom. Scarlet.
Yeah, the robotic ones are the future version, which is Violet.
So okay. Someone, I need help because who in Nintendo's like, all right, we're gonna make a new Pokemon game. We're gonna make 60 new Pokemon. I don't know how many there are, but let's just say we're making 100 new Pokemon, and we're just gonna make a bunch of fucking Gundam and a bunch of fucking prehistoric mons. No.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What the fuck is that? The loser? That shit looks like a loser. What the fuck?
Yeah, that looks disgusting.
So the top version is okay. So like these are the images that you can find on Centro Leaks, right? That's the account that does the leaking, I suppose.
Yeah.
So as the guys mentioned, the top one of the images has a bunch of mecha related mons, and they're Violet. And then the bottom one has a bunch of prehistoric Donnies, and they're Scarlet. Nah, I'm playing Scarlet now. Fuck Violet. I want
I
the
was
Salamence.
originally I was definitely Team Violet, but
Same.
after seeing some of these exclusives, I don't know, man.
I was Team Violet
Team
because
Violet.
the Donnie was using his wheels when he was riding around, and this Scarlet dude was just running. Why you got wheels in your chest? I don't
Well,
understand.
wherever I can get the Bishop evolution, I'm playing that, and it's probably
That's
on
also a
both
good
games, but
point
either
too.
way,
That's also a good
give me
point.
that
Yep.
Bishop Evo. He goes hard.
It's Knight. What do you think? I'm gonna kick it to the Pokemon guy. Have you looked at the
I
leaks
haven't
at all
seen
yet?
any of it.
All right, delete them.
No,
delete
I
them.
This is
I
first
always-
reactions.
No, you're good. I only seen like the one with the hat. I saw the fire.
The Fuecoco
Evolution
with
with
the
the
hat.
hat.
The stage
Yeah, I
one.
seen that. Yeah. Besides
It's-
that, I haven't seen anything
Yeah,
else.
I don't
I know
know,
there's
dog.
like a
It's
new
weird.
Dawn fan. I think
Yeah.
I've seen that.
There's a new
But
Dawn
besides
fan.
that, yeah, I haven't seen anything else.
It's like I think the thing that upsets me the most is the names of these mons. So much.
Oh yeah, they're so
because they're
weird.
so shit.
They're not even like Pokemon names. Descriptors. They're
So-
fucking adjectives.
So the Salamence is called Roaring Moon. Like what the fuck? Why is
What
it
the
called
fuck?
Roaring Moon? the Donphan in Scarlet is called Great Tusk.
Let's
And-
go.
And then the Donphan in Violet is called Iron Treads. The Volcarona is called
Iron.
Iron Moth. Like it's literally just I think that these translations are like they're not even translations. I can't even defend them. I thought they would be like literal translations from the Japanese version, but I don't think they are. So
I'll say that Delibird goes hard.
Delibird No Christmas.
Yeah, the
Iron-
robotic Delibird.
Iron Bundle. Fucking A.
Okay.
I don't know. It's they're such shit names, lad.
Dude, Hariyama
The
looking whack
Volcarona
though.
goes hard too.
Dude, yeah, Volcarona on both versions looks good in my opinion.
Bro, how they fuck up Fuecoco? He had a hat on. I'm so mad. I'm so
Yeah, man got
upset.
so hot he burned his hat off, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Then he turned into some shitty fucking MS Paint alligator.
I like the alligator. He's a cool guy.
He's cool. Mouse
But,
Karada. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I'm upset.
But the cool thing about it though is that we've had some data mines in terms of the abilities for the starters,
Right.
and the grass starter
Yep.
has hidden ability of protein, which is the
Protein,
one
yeah,
that
protein.
Greninja had.
Ooh, let's go.
And then the
The-
water starter has Moxie.
Moxie, yep.
Oh
And
god.
But then the fire one has
starter's
fucking
unaware.
unaware.
I don't know what that. What
Oh,
is
no.
unaware?
Bruh.
It's like your opponent can't eat berries or something, I think.
Oh yeah, cool man.
No, unaware's like when you get if like the
Isn't it?
opponent does like stat boosts, like it
I think
ignores
it
them.
unnerve, I think.
Yeah, unnerves the berry one.
Your opponent does stat
okay.
boost, then what happens?
It just ignores it. So if you like belly drum in front of it, like it just ignores it. It's just like it has like the base stats.
Oh, so you only hit
Oh,
in the,
so,
if somebody
like-
does like defensive boosts or whatever.
Yeah, you
don't-
ignore the
you-
They're
defense.
still
okay.
hitting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's interesting, I guess.
But also, didn't they like nerf a bunch of abilities as well?
Oh,
Like, I
also
think-
evasion moves too. You can block that.
Somebody mentioned like that Intimidate got nerfed, so it's only once per battle as opposed to once per every
I
time. the
think
mon gets
that
sent
one was
out.
wrong.
That's wrong. Okay, and somebody also
It
said
was
that
just defiant
Protean-
and
Protean
Yeah, I
got
think
nerfed
that was
just
wrong
like
too.
that, so it's no longer okay. Thank God, because I was like, somebody said that Protean got nerfed, so you wouldn't get the stab boost from the move, and I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
lame.
what the fuck is Protean for then? There's no point. But I don't know. Like I what the fuck is that? Mischief, my brother in Christ. What is going on?
dark ground type.
Interesting combination though. Look, like at the end of the day, like it's another Pokemon game. We're all gonna play it. Like it's nothing changes. But I feel like I think I'm taking a good approach of just having no expectation at all for this game. I'm just going in just to play it and just enjoy it as much as possible, and not be like, this game should be good or this game's gonna be bad or blah blah blah. Like it's purely just like
just play it for what it is.
Yeah, play it for just because it's Pokemon and that's about it. Because like I don't like whatever I catch that I find cool, like sick. Like I'm just gonna use it. If I don't find it cool, not gonna use it. Like it's kind of one of those situations overall. But I mean, how do you guys feel about, because they come out like what, like next week?
18.
Like next Friday.
Next Friday, yeah. So how do you guys feel? Are you guys excited, anticipated? You guys stressed, concerned? Like, what are your guys' thoughts right now with the
I would
mons?
say before all the leaks, I was like very
apprehensive.
I was not excited for this game at all. But after seeing some of these leaks, I'm a little bit more excited. They've definitely reinvigorated my excitement for the game. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll play it. I'm not going to go super crazy. Some people go like crazy with it, like build competitive teams and they shiny hunt and stuff. I mean, more power to you if you do it. But I'm just going to play through the story and do whatever I need to do and move on, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm literally the same. I think a few of my friends, they're gamers now. Whoa. So I think a lot of them are gonna. I think a few of them are gonna buy it, and we're just gonna roll around and just like in the multiplayer for a little bit. So just try to have some fun with that kind of stuff. But I mean, I'm the same estimate. I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna enjoy it. But once it's done, like once I beat like I think it's the 3 story paths. Once they're all completed, like I'm done. I'm not gonna, if there's DLC, I don't care really. I've never bought DLC for any of these Mon games. I'm not gonna go catch any extra Mons that I don't need to. Like I'm just gonna go play, beat the game, and then package it up, wait for next year for the next one. That's kind of my sentiment there. How do you feel?
Well, this game's coming out on a disadvantage for me because it's the same day as Anime NYC, so I'm already gonna be in a bad mood on the way home to play this shit. But yeah, I'm still deciding which one I want to get because I was originally going to get Violet, but now I'm kind of leaning towards Scarlet because I really like some of the exclusives in it.
I think eventually somebody will have to release like a full list of what's what.
So, yeah, and I mean it doesn't really matter which one you get anyway because you could just trade.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't really. I honestly, at points I forgot this game was even coming out. I've God of War right now, so I don't really care. I'm gonna play it though. It's Pokemon. So it's nothing. It's nothing gonna be revolutionary.
It's Pokemon. At the end of the day, so nothing changes. What is Tadbulb? What is Tadbulb?
I assume it's like an electric
water thing. Donnie? Some lantern-ass dude.
At least it's a creative name.
Yeah, I guess so. And Knight, resident Pokemon Donnie.
Yeah. I'm still like looking forward to it. Like I haven't seen anything really, so it'll be kind of cool to like see everything that everyone's talking about right now. So yeah, looking forward to it. See like if I think it's shit or not. Like I'm probably gonna do like a ET playthrough for it, so that'll be kind of cool, I guess. But yeah. You'll get to hear my yikes or whoa, this is smoke ass.
Are you just gonna upload like the videos raw, or are you gonna like edit it down a little bit, or what? Have you decided how you're gonna approach it?
I don't know. I guess it like depends on like how it goes. Like I might like edit it down a little bit, but I might just do raw, just like do like 30-minute like little episodes for each one, something like that. So it's like short
type shit. Have like 45 videos done in a single day. No stress.
Yes, sir.
actually the goat. Still the goat. I think like I probably should ask you guys as well. Are you guys gonna make any vids on it? Todd, are you gonna stream it? Flame, you gonna come back to YouTube for it?
I'm retired.
Officially retired from the content world, except GGP. Different story.
Yes.
I think I actually got given. Ryoiin gave me his capture card, so HD 60s one. It's not one of the fancy ones. But he did give me his capture card. So and he said like when Pokemon comes out, you should stream it. So I think I'm gonna stream it, and I'm gonna like chop down the videos. Maybe not like hard edit, like meme edit, but at least like chop down a lot of the dead air and like if there's like funny moments or clips or whatever, kind of do that stuff. So I think that I'll probably like stream it, then like chop it up into vids and stuff will be kind of my mantra there as well. Awesome. Well, Flame did bring it up, so we should jump to it. God of War. Now this is I'm just gonna steer the conversation because I haven't played a God of War game, but I'm just gonna steer it. Flame, what are your initial thoughts on God of War so far?
Well, obviously, I'm not gonna spoil anything because I know Knight's playing the first game.
Yep.
And I'm sure people listening haven't played it, but it's it's really good so far. I'm very happy that they didn't change a lot because that's what studios tend to do with sequels. Like they break what was good. So I'm happy that they didn't do that. I heard that this game is kind of short.
Okay.
I heard that's like 20-ish hours gameplay wise, but I also heard that there's like 20-ish hours cutscene wise. I don't know if that's true, but that's a lot. That's a lot if that's true.
Is it still like the integrated cutscenes like in the first game where like it just kind of seamlessly moved between?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, like literally in the main menu of the game, when you press like start or whatever, like Kratos just gets up from his chair and like then it's like someone comes in and you're like, oh shit.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah. I think they've done that in all the God of War games, if I remember.
Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, the combat's basically the same. It's more polished. They've obviously added stuff. And overall, I'm not too far into it. I'm only like 4 or 5 hours in. But I'm really enjoying it so far. There's a surprising big fight in the beginning, which was very intense, and I did it at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Like the end of that's like the end cutscene of the first game, right?
Yep.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I know
okay, that's pretty
about.
Cool. That's pretty cool. To jump straight from the end of it to the start.
It picks up basically right where it left off.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
So yeah, look forward to it.
That means that Knight's that'd be sick for you, Knight, because you're gonna finish the first game and then roll right into the next game. That's actually pretty sick.
That's sick.
Todd, have you? I know you were tweeting about the price of it. Have you picked it up yet, or what's your?
Yeah, I'll be planning to get it at some point, but it's just trying to find time to play it is also another thing because I got to catch up on some videos, and then Treasure Map is starting soon. Pokemon's going to come out pretty much right as Treasure Map is almost finished, and then we got Kizuna, and then it's about finding time to really just play it. But I want to play it. I played the first game. I loved the first game, so I definitely want to be playing God of War Ragnarok.
Are you gonna stream it?
Probably, yeah. I was also considering picking up the new Sonic game, but after watching some videos and watching and reading some reviews, I think I'll be on the sidelines for that one.
Okay. I heard. Well, actually, before I go into that, I just want to say that picture you posted of God of War. I actually literally just finished that part before we got into the podcast. Yeah. But I heard that Sonic game is actually decent. Like it's one of the better Sonic games of recent.
I've seen a lot of like people that are big fans of the Sonic series, like basically cheer the game for being like they're like, shout out to us Sonic fans for sticking with the series, and now we finally have at least an average game. So it sounds like Sonic fans had a lot of harsh time.
I saw a lot of people chirping like reviewers gave it a shit score, but like I think on Steam it's like overwhelmingly positive or something like that.
Yeah, it is.
Sonic stands are crazy.
So I don't know like if that is just Sonic stands, if that's genuine reviews or like what the dealio is there, but I don't know.
From stuff that I've seen and heard, they released like a beta or like an alpha that reviewers could play, and basically the game. So at that point, when those people got access to that section of the game, they already reported back saying, "Oh, the game feels unfinished, feels unpolished." when the game came out, it was basically the same as the alpha/beta that they played.
Shit.
So there's still issues. It's not a very polished game. They definitely should have delayed it to improve the quality of the game. And apparently, it's terrible on the Switch. If you're gonna play the game, don't get it for the Switch.
Most things, to be honest with you.
Challenge accepted.
But hey, if you're a fan of Sonic games, I'm sure
you'll enjoy it.
You'll love it.
100%.
Yeah,
It's not a Sonic game. Every Sonic stan loves a Sonic game, so it makes tons of sense. I mean, yeah, that's about it. I don't know. There's not much else. God of War.
but yeah, God of War. It sounds good though, and it's getting a shitload of good reviews too.
Do you think it takes Game of the Year? I know it's a bit preemptive for us to talk about it, but
I mean, you're talking to everyone here who's playing Elden Ring and already praised it for how good it
we literally
is.
had 3 episodes in a row of just us chatting about Elden Ring the whole
Bro,
time.
I would go as far as to say that there's never going to be a better game released than Elden Ring ever.
Damn. That's a big
I think Elden
claim.
Ring is probably one of the best games ever created in
From
history.
Soft.
That game is
That's high
amazing.
praise.
Yeah, I went from soft too hard hearing about Elden Ring. That's all I'm saying. Hey yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, obviously, I have to beat God of War first, but Elden Ring. Well, I feel like Elden Ring. Well, one, it's been out for way longer, and it's been that #1 game for most of the year anyway.
Right.
So I feel like it rightfully deserves it because this game basically came out at the end of the year anyway. So I feel like that'd be kind of cheap to give it to it. But
Yeah,
it depends on like what kind of criteria you have to rank a game in certain aspects, because I would say, just judging from what I've played of God of War 1 and applying that to God of War 2, in terms of replayability, Elden Ring has it beat in a lot of facets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I would much rather go back and play Elden Ring again rather than like the first God of War, for example.
Makes
But
sense.
I don't know what Ragnarok has in store that provides a bit of point of difference between the first and the second game. But I'm not saying that God of War is a bad game, because it's going to be a masterpiece of a game. But personally, I would definitely be picking Elden Ring as my game of the year. What other games would even compete for game of the year besides
there is anything.
Gotham Knights.
Yikes.
Brother in Christ. My brother in Christ.
What else came out this year that even
Pokemon?
Yes, sir.
Bruh.
Yes, sir.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Call of Duty.
Fuck yeah.
Overwatch 2.
Overwatch 2.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Okay.
Let's
Sure.
fucking go.
Tower
Yeah,
of
the
Fantasy.
porn got leaked.
Oh,
Let's go.
God.
Path to Nowhere. My favorite gacha. I always get that YouTube app. Do you
Oh,
guys
Tower
get
Fantasy.
that fucking ad?
What is
I
that?
get a lot of ads.
Path to
I
Nowhere?
swear I've seen it. Is it like
It's like this jail one. It's like,
yeah,
you're my prisoner. Yeah, it's like God.
And then
What
it's
about
like,
that other
honest-
one that came out?
Oh, yeah, I seen this.
That one is so funny. That one's fucking class.
What about the one that came out recently? The one like Nikkei or whatever it's
Nah,
called?
yeah,
fuck
The
that.
game?
That shit is
Oh,
That-
Goddess Nike.
that
Yeah.
shit is fucking
Yeah.
horny. That shit is the most horny gacha game ever
Yeah,
released.
just-
It's
just
made
get-
by the same people that did Destiny Child.
That's fucked.
Yep.
Of course, naturally.
That
of
makes
course.
Yeah.
sense.
That game is just ass shots of them shooting.
Literally, like when
Facts.
have you seen like the animation of when like the girls are shooting and then his eyes just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck,
God.
man? There was some.
They
They,
don't even-
probably, they paid some animator fucking peanuts. Like, right, make her ass jiggle now. Do it.
The funny part is like when you're shooting people, because I have it downloaded. When you're shooting people,
Of course,
they
you
don't
do.
even aim. They don't even have the camera centered towards what you're shooting. It's like
No, it's
on their
no,
ass.
they
exactly.
don't.
It's centered on the character. Why else?
Oh god.
I mean, they know what they're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, not wrong.
Hmm.
I mean, for me,
But they-
bro, I mean, I guess that can kind of like lead us into another section here. What have you guys been playing? What have you guys been up to in terms of the gaming stratosphere?
Oh man.
If anything,
I-
that is.
I'm still playing Xenoblade 3. I
There's-
haven't
yeah,
been
yeah,
yet.
it's going
yeah,
in.
and you're gonna keep playing it for the next fucking 15 years.
Is
man.
that because like the game is that large, or you just haven't
Yes.
had a lot of time to like
No,
beat it, or
So
Definitely is that
basically
large.
so basically what happens is I get on the game and I'm playing it for like a couple days straight, and then something happens, and then like I just stop playing the game for like 3 to 4 weeks, and then I've been doing that cycle for like almost 4 months now,
Yeah.
and I really want to beat it within these next 2 weeks while I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
But no, the game's amazing. I'm enjoying it. But other than that, I've been playing a lot of Phasmophobia recently with my friends.
Nice.
That's a very fun experience. Um, and I actually want to kind of get the VR and play it in there because that'd be crazy.
That would
That's
be
cool.
insane.
Um, but yeah, other than that, I've been playing God of War. Unfortunately, I've been playing Call of Duty. Horrible game.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
It's just like it's depressing. Like before I even get into the game, like I'm done.
Damn.
Yeah, no, that game's abysmal. Like, so basically, what they did in that Call of Duty is, you know how like in the older Call of Duty games, like you level up, you get your weapons, and then use
Right,
the
right.
weapons, you level up the weapons, get attachments and camos.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what they did in this Call of Duty is they made it so like they want you to use everything. So they're like, okay, if you want to unlock this gun, you have to
Yep.
use this gun,
Yep.
and then when you get the gun, it's the same thing for the attachments and camos. They're like, oh, you want this attachment, you have to use this gun, or you want this camo, you got to use that gun. It's like it's ridiculous, and they kind of split it up by seasons now. So I believe the first season is gonna start on the 16th when Warzone
Okay.
comes out, and if you hit level 55, which is the max level, you cannot prestige
What?
until the season starts. So basically, everybody's been deadlocked at 55 for like a week and a half already.
What?
Yeah.
Such a weird...
I remember when COD used to come out and people would like have those like perma streams up, like, you know, first to max prestige or whatever. Like that shit was sick.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
And then it's like,
Um,
oh my god.
and
That's first level 55, lad.
I also heard that when the season starts, they're resetting everybody, which
What?
What?
I hope that's not true.
Bro.
If that's true,
What are they
Jesus Christ.
doing?
Bro, what is happening? I'm so confused. I'm confused. Like, what a weird
And-
decision-making process.
And the maps, my god, the maps are horrible. There's two maps that are like the worst maps of all time. One of them is literally just a bridge. It's just a straight bridge. There's just cars on the bridge. You can't go under the bridge. You can't go around the bridge. There's like a little side path. It's literally just a bridge. The other map
Oh,
is literally
that one with the bridge. Isn't that the one where like all the cars blow up?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh
I've
my
seen some funny
God.
clips with that.
The other bad map, it's a sand map. It's literally just a box. There's just some broken buildings on the map. That's it. It's yeah.
Very uninspiring.
Also,
That's
there are
shit.
no maps from the original Modern Warfare 2 in the game. I heard that apparently they're releasing DLC, like original Modern Warfare 2 maps that we have to pay for, which we haven't had to pay for Call of Duty maps in years.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's some Blizzard Xbox shit.
Oh my god. It sounds
But yeah, it's
shit.
overall very, very, very depressing experience.
I hate it. That sounds horrible. I'm so
'Cause
glad
I played a.
Go.
Oh, yeah, go.
No, you go.
I was just saying. I did play a bit of the beta, and
Yeah,
from what
that's
I
what I
played of the beta, it seemed okay.
Yep.
But I'm kind of glad I didn't go the
Yep.
full mile and
Li-
download the
literally-
game.
Don't do it.
Literally took all the words right out of my mouth. Exact same situation. My friend and I played the beta, and well, this is fun. We'll get back into COD this year. Like, why not? And then like it came around for COD to come out, and we're like, nah, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it enough to justify like the $100 that we have to spend on it or some shit. So I was like, nah, I'm okay, thank you. I'll pass. Instead, I bought FIFA, so I hate myself as well equally. So it's
Let's
perfectly
fucking
fine.
go.
Or I need help. How many hours have I put into FIFA already? 167. It's been out for like
God
5
damn.
weeks. I've
Boy,
been
oh
playing
boy.
a fuck ton of it. But yeah, it's annoying because like FIFA becomes one of those things for me where it's like when I'm playing it, I just get like I want to grind. Like, I just want to like so I just sit there. I'm just grinding matches. I'm opening this. I'm doing like so I'm just like constantly playing it. So like I work like I'm working from home right now. Like technically I'm at work right now. So I'm getting paid to be on the podcast double time. Fuck y'all.
That's crazy.
Let's
Like,
go.
which is insane because if anyone found out, I'm fucked. But shout out, this is for Flame for the one time. But like a lot of the time when I'm working from home, I work at my desk and my PC. I bought FIFA on PC, so I'll just have it open. I'll just play a match or something like that, and if I'm needed, I'll just pause the game, turn over, back to work, pause, go leave work, back to like.
Yeah.
So it's a really weird dynamic that I have there. But no, I think for me, I've literally just been
The
playing
new
FIFA.
GM.
The new treasure map, I feel that.
Yes, sir.
It's just I feel inclined to actually play FIFA though. Treasure map, I'm like, nah, no, no.
I don't know. I feel like you need those potions.
I need.
They're a bit lacking.
Yeah,
A bit thirsty.
My
Twitter.
6,000. Hey, relax, brother. You just upset that
To
I'm.
be honest, I need
You're just
some
upset.
blue tickets, high key.
You just need to stop expanding characters, lad. Just give up.
I know, because all the new fucking all the level limit breaks and the 6+s, like with the 6+s getting their level limit breaks and they have like buffed captains, I want to expand them so I can use them.
You should just
So,
pay
yeah.
for someone to play TM for you. That's the true route.
But then I got to give my phone or my account to someone, and I don't really want to do that.
That's fine.
That's
Well,
fine.
like when I was over at Carissa's, like I actually I played a bit of her treasure map for her because she needed to get to the point reward. That was not fun playing 2 TMs at once.
Nah, fuck that. That's
Sounds
crazy.
like a dream.
you need to calm down, sir.
Sounds
You
like a
need to
nightmare,
relax.
more like it.
Sounds like
Ah.
sounds like nightmare's dream. To us. What about you, Knight? What have you been playing?
Right now I'm just playing God of War. I'm
Nice.
almost done with the first game, so I'm gonna
How have you found it so far?
finish it after the pod and then do the next one. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. It's pretty crazy. I was like, dang, why didn't I
What
play
console are
this
you playing it
before?
on?
PS5.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah, no
good.
bitches.
Yes,
PS5.
sir.
Yes, sir. Love that. All right, you
I'm
Todd?
Carissa and I played we started playing It Takes Two when
Nice.
when
Good
I was
game.
over there. So
Nice.
yeah, I got it downloaded on my PC. I actually need to re-download it on my actual computer because it's a laptop. But yeah, we've been enjoying that. That was actually been a lot of fun so far.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of arguments about what we need to do and stuff, but that's part of the game. It's a part of the fun.
Part of the game. 100% part of the game.
But it's been super fun, and like I'm not really shocked that game actually won Game of the Year last year because it's actually a really
Yeah.
well made
Yeah,
game.
totally.
So yeah,
was Game
it's
of the
been
Year?
a surprise. Yeah, it won Game of the Year last year.
Oh shit! I didn't even know
It's
that.
just it's
I
because
mean, what other games came out last year?
that is also a great point. It's because
Yeah.
it took a very good model of like only one person needs to have the game in order for both people to play it,
Yeah.
which I think is a super important. Like, I think that like that's kind of the hardest part of a lot of multiplayer games is that there's such a large financial commitment because if you want to play with a friend, you both have to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Or like if you want to play with more than one
Right.
person, all of you guys have to buy. Like that's why I love the Jackbox party pack games.
Yeah.
Are always so fun because I buy it and then all my friends get to play and we all get to have fun. You know, indulging in it as opposed to if we all had to buy it, then well, fuck that. I can't be bothered.
And the cool thing about It Takes Two as well is that each part of the story is segmented into chapters, and the story for the game is actually pretty cool too. But each part of the game, you get like a different power up, but you don't actually carry that power up to the next chapter. It's more like, oh, you're in this section of the house or in this section of
yeah.
the backyard, and you get like a tool to help you out in that chapter. And every chapter feels so different. It almost feels like you're playing a different game in every single
Okay.
chapter just because of how complex and how well the game is made.
Mm.
It's if you guys ever get the opportunity to like sit down and play with someone, I'd highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
But
Nah, you wanna do a cute stream together and we'll play it?
I'm down.
Let's fucking
But
go.
it'll take 2.
Let's fucking go.
Yikes!
mad, but also let's go. Cool. I think that's it. No, it's not. Do we want to talk about Twitter
No.
Blue? Or do we want to talk about this Twitter
Oh,
verification? shit?
what's that about? I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, Todd,
Oh,
hold
you
on, run
don't?
it back.
God.
Hold on, Todd. Wait a minute. You're verified? Question mark.
Yeah, that's
Excuse
crazy.
me,
Yeah, I
sir?
woke up verified today. That's crazy. Yo. I don't know how that happened.
Congratulations, man. You fucking about time they recognized you.
Yeah,
as we were
damn
doing
it.
the podcast, I saw this tweet and I was saving it for when you brought it up.
Elon Musk
Just
said
seems a
Twitter
bit
will
alarming.
bury content published by anyone who doesn't pay. So basically, they're fucking the algorithm for people that don't. You're gonna get
So
less
basically, they're
likes on
saying
tweets.
eventually it'll get to a point where if you don't pay the $8, they're gonna bury your tweets so that you get less
That's
traction.
funny.
So I hope it never gets to that. That is just he's literally killing the platform.
Look, he is a fucking like. Here's my whole mantra with Elon Musk. When he had initially started Tesla, I was like, this guy is the GOAT, right? Genius. He works fucking hard. He knows what he's doing. And then he got too big for his britches, and he became a fucking loser. But the thing that frustrates me the whole time is that fuck me, is he a good businessman? And it really annoys me. Because the amount of Donnies that have now spent $8 in the since yesterday, they must have made so much money already.
But
from
there's
this
also something that is interesting about it is that so he spent, I can't remember the number, it was in, I think it was like 40 billion or something,
some insane,
something like
4
that.
billion, some shit.
He was saying that when he took control of Twitter and he actually looked at some of the numbers, they were losing millions of dollars
100%
per
they
day.
would be. 100%.
So he spent all this money to take over this company and it's actually losing so much money. So he's trying to, I guess, come up with a way to try and recuperate some cash flow.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this method of doing it seems a little egregious. I'm not really a big fan of it because I know that he made a lot of tweets talking about the reason why he decided to do this was because he noticed like there were lots of Twitter bots, people doing impersonations and stuff that really he wasn't a big fan of. But this way of going about fixing that issue isn't really the right way about it because people could just pay the $8 and say they're verified and it is what it is.
No, everyone's verified.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Now it's cooler to not be verified, to be honest with you.
Right.
And like a lot of people now are, paying the $8. They're changing their profile picture and their name and making their handle like very similar. And it's like it's making it even worse.
Dude, that's straight bait. Like that's like you wanted to combat impersonation, but now you're because like isn't there like a thing now where it's like if you are verified and you change your name, you lose the verification status, and then it comes back like eventually or whatever. Like why would you not just take the approach of literally what you just said? Like I'll just make myself Toadski with instead of like I'll just add 3 eyes instead of 2 or some shit. Buy verification. And then, like, buy verification, and then change my profile to match Todd's. Like, that's literally impersonation right there. To, like, the nth degree, more or less. So, like, it's kind of a weird combat strategy.
Someone did this earlier.
Oh, my God. King James with a Z.
That's so bad.
If you look at it for, like, a second, it looks real.
No, I don't say if you don't look at the you just look at LeBron James at the start and then the blue tick. You're like, oh, that's real. That's literally real. You wouldn't think otherwise. So, I honestly think it's funny. I think the memes that are gonna come out of this are gonna be fucking class. So like, I think I'm super gassed for that. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that you can do it, but at the same time, like, the fact that, like, you can just click on someone's profile and then, like, check kind of makes the whole idea of verification, like, redundant.
Yeah,
like,
it's dumb.
They should have just had a different tick. Like, a different cut. Like, it was a tick if you were verified and it was something else if you'd pay for Twitter Blue or whatever.
Or even, like, a different color. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, I saw a tweet, like, different thing where it was like a different color for each thing, like purple if you're like a verified like journalist or some shit, or
right, okay,
like a public figure, some shit like that. It was like red, and then it would be green or a whole bunch of shit. They should have done that.
They should have done
just
that.
Everyone's
that would have
blue.
made a lot more sense. I agree. I think that would have made a lot more sense in a long time because the fact that like nowadays I'm just gonna scroll through, see someone's verified, click on their account, and then see that they're just paying for they're paying the monthly fee. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But even then, like, it's one of those things that, like, in the end, it's a very smart marketing strategy because it just adds so much traction to Twitter in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and they're gonna recruit so much money in the next couple of weeks purely because not everyone I should say, but a lot of people are just going to start buying this monthly thing. A lot of the meme accounts, like those guys that have like hundreds of thousands of followers and they just post random ass tweets, all those accounts are going to be buying this shit and they're going to be spending peas on this.
It's kind of cool because like with this new functionality, like if you do pay the money, you do get access to like a couple of cool features, but obviously it's not worth the amount that you're paying for it. Like you get the ability to edit tweets. It says edit tweets up to 5 times within 30 minutes of tweeting. It's kind of cool. And also you get access to higher quality video uploads because we know Twitter compression sucks booty, so you at least get that. And you can upload longer videos as well. So there are
benefits
a couple
to
of cool extras,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's not worth the money that they're asking, really.
Yeah, like
God.
and did you guys see how like they had the official verified stuff under the person's profile, and they just
Yeah, they had that for
removed
like
it.
an hour.
well, what that was fine. That was a great way to differentiate because then you didn't have to click and then click on the tick sign to be like, oh, this one's A or B. Like just have it official. So if I click on someone's profile, it says official there.
But also the same thing is like, why do they need to even distinguish between someone that pays $8 a month and someone that actually is a verified person? Why even give the function to make everyone be able to be verified? Like the way that they had it was fine the way it was
Correct.
because people that were the legitimate figures were verified. And then adding the function to make everyone have that same aesthetic look defeats the purpose of their mission statement.
And
literally is the aesthetic look.
also, I have
So
to
dumb.
mention, I find it really stupid that people that are already verified have to pay to keep it.
That's mad.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
That's so mad.
that's-
Yep. It's
like,
it's retarded.
Like so how do you transition from being like how do you get verified anymore then? How do you make your account go from being like I pay for Twitter Blue to being like, oh, I'm a verified because I'm a notable in government news, entertainment or whatever? Is there any sort of transition line anymore, or is it just you just can't do that anymore? That's the real question that I have as well. So there's a lot going on in the Twitter world, and I think that it's just fun to be along for the ride to see how this jabroni keeps fucking it up, but at the same time lining his pockets with a lot of a lot of fucking money. That's for sure.
Yep.
$45 billion is peanuts to that guy. So you know, no stress. Which is insane to say that word. $45 billion is peanuts, but I mean, you know, it is what it is there. But to line our pockets, shout out to the GGP members.
Hey,
Thanks, guys. I know that came off as very crude, but Todd, there's actually Chopper Man mission rewards for the Straw Hat stuff. There's like 5 gems out. Pog.
Okay.
So go make a video. That's free views. But yeah, no. While Todd's doing that, thank you guys for being a GGP member. We do greatly appreciate it. I just updated the guys on one of the projects that we have working on behind the scenes. That essentially, the members, you guys will see what's going on when we start getting a few things for that, and you guys can give us your thoughts and opinions on that one there. But we do really appreciate it. It helps out a great deal, and it reminds us how much you are enjoying the content. And if you would like to support us, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment for the algorithm, leave us a timestamp of your favorite moment from the episode today. But also, if you are feeling a bit a bit more wanting to support more, you can support us financially. There are a bunch of different tiers at different price points, so whatever price point suits you, by all means, please do so. But without further ado, I'd like to shout out our 3 GGP producers, TheLordShiro, Alexander Wisniewski, I'm going to say his full name this time to piss him off, and Portuguese_Sosa, our perfect member of Bryan, Kisa, and McDermott, our 3 great members of Cswins, aka Cody, Voidseaker, and MyDrunkenMoneky, and our 5 good members of Ryoiin, Stump D, Gacha, Red Halo, Dr. E Recshin, and Wankafella. Thank you guys so much for the support. Really do appreciate it. Now, from everyone's favorite section into everyone's real favorite section, it is the Q&A.
The Q&A.
It's our time to shine. As per usual, you can send us in your favorite questions. Hold on. As per usual, you can send us in your questions to our Twitter at GGP Podcast or our YouTube community tab. First question coming in from at Obsidian_Steed. They ask, or they say / ask, how crazy would it be if Oda wrote it where instead Luffy dies before seeing the One Piece and the Straw Hat crew completes his dream? I always thought about that concept since Luffy has really been exerting and pushing himself beyond his limit, hurting himself for a while. Another, Doflamingo was supposed to appear in Wano, but Oda changed his mind and had other plans. Would the outcome ending of Wano be drastically altered if he were to appear, or would it not have changed at all? So first question, Luffy dies before seeing One Piece, and the Straw Hats fulfill his dream. I would also hate that too. It would seem stupid. I don't know. I don't like that.
I feel like the One Piece story, like we're like looking through the perspective of Luffy and the Straw Hats. So I feel like if Luffy died before he saw the One Piece, it's kind of stupid. Honestly.
I
hate that.
That'd be like if Roger got executed before he became king of the pirates or some shit.
Yeah,
that's a great point.
Doesn't make.
It's a good point. I don't know. I think I don't like it. I really hope. I don't think it would happen, but I just hope it doesn't as well, kind of thing. So
yeah,
right.
Fingers crossed. Second part. Doflamingo was supposed to appear at Wano. How do you think that would have changed things if he did appear at Wano?
I believe that is I think you got that wrong because I remember reading that and it wasn't about Wano. It was about Oda originally planned for Doflamingo and Crocodile to be featured in film Red.
Oh. Okay. Well, in that
did
case,
you hear some of the theories about, or what wasn't theories? Like these were actual interviews about what film Red was actually supposed to be?
No, not really.
So the original plan for film Red was that Uta was going to free everyone from Impel Down.
Whoa.
And that she was going to like control everyone in Impel Down to perform, whatever she needed.
That's
so
fucked.
Doflamingo would have been featured.
That goes kind of hard.
That would have been fucking crazy. Are you kidding me?
I wish you would have got that shit.
And then there was another thing that apparently Eneru was going to be in the film too.
No, what?
No.
Right, that was going to go crazy. And then
where's that movie?
And then they're like, yeah, dude.
Where's
dude,
that
going to go
at?
crazy.
Let
me actually find it.
Instead we got fucking One Piece, the goddamn musical lad. Let's go to a fucking random ass island and do fuck all. Bro, that would have been tight. We would have had like fucking so many rematches as well of like fights and shit. Like, oh, that'd have been so sick. That'd have been so sick. Oh, that's a shame.
Been crazy.
That's a shame.
I'm just trying to find, because I know Arta made a full thread about the interview.
In that case, then, if Doflamingo and Croc had pulled up to film Red in its current state, do you think anything would have changed? Do you think the story would have changed at all? Or do you think it would have just appeared for like their little cameo and moved on?
Based on how the movie was going, I feel like they wouldn't have done much because even the side characters that did pull up, I feel like they kind of were irrelevant in a way.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I feel like they wouldn't have done much.
I felt like they would have got the Katakuri treatment. They just pull up and
they did
thing.
They did him dirty, bro. I was mad hype when he pulled up and he knew shit, bro.
Yeah.
They literally used him to like they used him as a proxy to make Shanks stronger. Like that's literally what they did.
Bro, when he pulled up and he was like, "I'm here for Brule," I was like, "Yikes!" I was like, bro, come on, man.
Brother really put on and said, "I can see the future," and then Shanks was like, "Yeah, so can I."
Me too.
He's like, "So can I." I was like, "Bro, that's so disrespectful."
All right, I have all the deets.
Go for it. Go for it.
So there's a couple of different tweets here. So the first one was One Piece film Red was originally going to focus on the identity of the previous user of the Gomu Gomu no Mi before the idea was scrapped.
What?
Hey, yo.
Are you mad? That'd have been sick.
Right?
That'd have been so sick.
Film Red script writer reveals the movie was originally going to be a story involving an academy of devil fruit users where various abilities would result in Luffy time traveling to the past and meeting the young Joy Boy who was the previous user.
What? Where is that movie? Where is that? That one sounds sick.
when they were thinking on how to integrate Shanks into One Piece film Red, there was also the idea to have Luffy time travel to meet Shanks of the past. However, this idea instead later evolved into that of parallel worlds and fighting on both sides.
Man, fuck that.
Fuck
I
that.
would've took that shit.
Fuck that. That's cringe, bro.
What?
That's cringe.
So did we get shafted or what?
We got so
yeah.
shafted, bro. Bro,
And
that's
then it goes on to talk about like the Impel Down stuff where it says reveals that the movie was originally going to be a prison break film with the objective of rescuing Mr. 2 from the flying prison Impel Down.
that
What?
would be
New
so
Impel Down.
cool.
Uta would be
Nah.
visiting New Impel Down to comfort the prisoners, but would use her devil fruit to break them out of prison, leading an insurrection in an attempt to take over the world.
Oh
Nah,
my, I'm so mad now.
whose idea was it to change this, bro? Fuck that
Bro,
guy.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
I wish I never heard that because now I'm even more mad at the film. Now it's fucking. We got the worst one. We got the worst movie.
Facts.
We got the worst.
That's crazy.
Oh, come on, dog. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah, so we get kind of shafted, but yeah, it's interesting.
That's crazy ideas, though. Like, they're in the boardroom and someone's like, what if Luffy goes back in time and sees Joy Boy? And they're like, oh, fuck. We can't do that.
Bro,
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, like that's crazy. Like that's like some crazy shit.
I think Otto probably would have been the big boy saying, like, no. Like, don't do that. Not yet. Maybe next movie or some shit, but not now.
Imagine he was the guy who suggested it.
Yeah. And the editor's like, bro, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Wait, that's illegal.
It's too soon. Do you think we'll get another One Piece movie before the end?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, you know this shit.
2025.
You know this shit got like another like 5 to 8 years.
Add an extra 0, 50 to 80s maybe.
Maybe they'll do like what I reckon they'll do? If they're gonna do like another One Piece film, it'll be like One Piece the finale, like movie finale, and they actually will have like a time travel thing where Luffy like has to fight rocks or something like that.
That'd be
Oh my
sick.
god, imagine.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
we get to
'Cause, like,
see
where do you
all
go?
the
You
fights
can't-
we missed out on. That'd be
Oh,
sick.
that'd be pretty sick. Yeah.
Like a
But that's the thing is One Piece
yeah.
is so big that they could literally go in any different direction.
Yeah.
Like they could follow like Ace's backstory and animate that, or like more stuff on Law or other supernovas or just other interesting characters. There's so many different things that they could cover.
You never know,
But
right? No, instead we got this shit. We're still good, but still got this shit instead of what we could have had.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes
maybe
shit.
shit. That's the mantra of One Piece, Next question from Nagash9322. They ask, do you think the OPTC team is going to kill the Eternal Cycle, or are they just going to add one event to the cycle? I think they mean the content cycle. I don't see them killing it anytime soon. It's easy. Like, it just makes sense to keep releasing the same things in the same kind of clip, but I just think what they should do is just mix it up. So like, don't have a TM and a Kazuna every month, or don't have like a Pyro Rumble every month or whatever it is. Like, have 1 month be, they're going to do TM this month, 1 month be Kazuna, 1 month. So like, vary those kinds of things too. And then that makes them more rare, which means you can make the units that come from them a lot stronger and make the rewards a lot better since they don't happen all the time.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
I think something like that would freshen things up a little bit, as opposed to like literally Todd just said, I can't play God of War because TM's coming up soon. And then after TM, hey, you can't play God of War because Kazuna's coming up soon. Then you can't play TM, so you can't play God of War because the next batch is because like it's just there's always like we just know what's gonna happen next. So so I don't know. We'll see. Next question from Hunter X Hanzo. They ask, I know you guys are manga readers, but what do you reckon of the spoiler at the end of movie Red? I personally think there is no respect for those that are anime only.
It was retarded.
It was just it just made no sense.
I don't know. For me, I feel like if you're like a anime only, like you're already playing yourself, like.
Yeah, I also agree with that too.
Because like like the anime is basically made for like manga readers and to get you to read the manga in Japan. So I feel like majority of people who like are watching the movie are like expected to like read the manga. At least like in Japan, at least for Western art audiences, I guess I understand like being like anime only, but at the same time, like, you know, like you should like expect to be like reading the manga at the same time, like
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I
that's
think
just me.
I
I honestly didn't mind it.
I agree with that, but I disagree because there was no context for it. It was like it just happened.
it just
Like
happened exactly.
it was random.
That's
It's
kind of
like
where my gripe is with it.
that's like if they were fighting and then like Blackbeard just walked in, he was like, "Yo," it's
Yeah,
like, what
yeah,
the
it just
fuck?
pulled up.
Why?
Like, I don't know. That's where
Like,
Yeah.
I agree. That's where my gripe is. I think that's definitely where my gripe is with it too.
But I
We
feel
ha-
like it
Go,
being
go.
random doesn't really like spoil like the
That's also a
moment
good
as
point.
well.
it no,
Personally, like
it
it
doesn't.
doesn't say anything.
It doesn't, and we were talking about it before you came in. I was explaining how,
Yeah.
like, in my theater, like, a lot of people didn't even react to it because they probably didn't know what it was.
Same.
Yeah.
But what I was trying to say was, like, it just, like, it didn't make sense. Like, he was in Snake Man, and then, like, he just randomly, like, went Gear 5 doing a
For
Snake
no
Man move.
reason. For no
He was
reason.
Yeah.
he was literally doing a conga, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
And then he just pulled up.
Yeah.
Zing! Oh, bro, come on, man. You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say here? I think that because we had someone come with us. It was like our friend's girlfriend, and she's like watched it, but she hasn't caught up. So I don't think she had the
Yeah.
best time sitting like a seat away from me and me just getting fucking hype at like everything that's going on because she's like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then when like during the movie, my friend's like, "Oh, is that the reason why this happens?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And she's like getting mad or something. She like it seemed like she was getting mad at like that what was going on, and I was like, "Come on, like." I
Yeah.
agree with Knight. Like, you're really shooting yourself in the foot if you're coming to see this film without being prepared to be spoiled and also going into it without knowing about spoilers or whatever.
Exactly, because I went with two friends that were like, one of them isn't really familiar with One Piece, and the other one, like, he watched a little bit of it, and like a lot of the things that were happening in the movie towards the end, like from like just a normal person's perspective,
Mm.
aren't really even that exciting. It's more exciting for people that know what's going on, where you're like, oh shit, he just did this, like, oh shit, it's that person. Like, if you're
Mm.
just going into it as like a normal viewer, it's definitely not as exciting.
No, I agree. I think
Yeah, like in terms of anime spoilers, like Carissa, before even heading into the movie, like Carissa already knew about Gear 5 just because she'd been spoiled by a bunch of people. Like
Yeah, there's
she
no
doesn't know
dodging
what
that.
she didn't know what it looked like, but she knew that it was like a thing. But the thing that really like grabbed her, that was like alarm bells for her, that was like spoilers, and I guess it's honestly for manga people too, was like the name drop of that Figureland name regarding either Shanks or
Oh
Uta.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Oh
she's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh my god, does that mean that Shanks is a celestial dragon?" I'm like, "Well, he might be. I don't know.
yeah,
Like, we don't know yet."
yeah,
It makes sense. I can see it being a thing, but
yeah.
how would how would not only the five elders know that, but how would Shanks know that as well? Like, how would he know that he's a celestial if that were the case? You know, I
Yeah.
don't know how that
No,
really works.
yeah, like there's a lot. Like I feel like
Yeah.
I think it was very fan servicey. Like it
Oh, for sure.
it really was. And like I think Knight had like his perspective is just the most correct. Like it's not made again, it's I mean it's the same argument as like Treasure Cruise, right? Like it's not made for at least I would say it's not made for English people. Like I mean that's why it came out
Yeah.
like 3 weeks later, right? You know, like it's made for the Japanese fans and the Japanese people, and it's kind of expected and assumed that all of them are caught up or they're up to date or they're reading it weekly. So it can make sense why that stuff was in there. But I feel like, I don't know, maybe it was at times not as tasteful as it probably should have been or could have been per se.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Either way, good film. Go watch it. You should just go watch it anyway, to be honest. Like, you're missing out. It's still fun.
Yeah, if you're a One Piece fan, just
Yeah,
do it.
exactly.
What are you doing still listening to us? Go watch
That's
the
what I'm
movie.
saying. No, wait, hold on, run it back. They can finish this episode
Yeah,
first.
shut the fuck up, Todd.
they can finish this damn episode first and then go watch it. Fuck you mean? Also, how do you guys feel about Stump's episode going to be our first video to hit 10,000 views? Fuck that guy.
Fuck him.
I might delete it. I might delete it before it gets to 10k.
Delete it at 9999.
Drafted at 9999. Gorski, see you later. Oh my god. Alright, next question from Alex Wisniewski. He asks, what are your top 3 One Piece storylines? Mine would be Dressrosa, Wano, and Marineford. And the second question is, Powerball drawing was supposed to happen yesterday. What would you guys do with $1.9 billion? So top 3 arcs, and then what are you doing with 1.9 bill?
Water 7/Any's lobby. I don't know how you classify that, but Any's lobby, Marineford, and for me, probably Wano.
Yeah, I think I'm the exact same as you, like identically.
Water 7, Marineford, and post Wano. Because that says fire.
The manga one, let's fucking go.
Hell yeah.
That shit actually is class, brother.
Oh wait, did he say anime? Oh no, he just says storylines. Oh, okay.
Storylines, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Where you know?
Yeah, I'd probably say Wano, post Wano, and then Logtown.
Logtown.
Logtown's pretty
Yes,
fun.
sir.
That's a sick one, actually.
I was about to pull up the Orange Town.
That's
or
what I'm
some
saying.
shit.
Orange Town's goated too.
That's Syrup Village.
That's what I'm saying, brother. Some Kuro Ting. Hold on. And 1.9 bill. What are you guys doing with the Powerball money? How are you guys spending a $1.9 billion?
Well, actually, you don't get 1.9 billion because
here we go.
Taxes, baby.
Yes,
All right,
Taxes.
cut 40% off then. So you're getting, what's that, 1.1 still? That's quick math right there, mind you.
I'll tell you one thing, I ain't pulling.
I am.
Todd buys $1.1 billion worth of gems. Never has to spend money ever again.
Todd's just gonna buy Treasure Cruise.
Yo!
And I'll fix all this
fucking shout, dude.
No, you won't.
Just buy the game.
How much is Bandai Namco worth? How much are they worth? Can I buy them? Bandai Namco
Definitely not 1.1 bill.
worth. Oh, they're only at 2.8 trillion yen. That's fucking nothing. That's how much their stock. Yeah. That's their market capitalization in the Japanese stock market.
Yeah, we can buy them then. That's
we can buy them. What's 2.8 trillion yen? 2.08 trillion yen as well. I can't type. 2.08 trillion yen to USD. To Australian dollars, it's only fucking what $22 billion? That's nothing.
22 bill?
That's nothing, bro. We can buy 10% of the company right now with that 1.9 bill. 10%'s a big stake, mind you. That's a big stake. There you go. All right, so we're gonna combine all of our Powerball winnings and buy 25% of Bandai Namco. That's our
huge.
That's
our
we're gonna buy the mobile gaming department.
Bro, and then delete all the games. Let's fucking go. Relinquish everyone. Let's fucking go. It's time.
We're gonna Elon Musk.
Free.
You have to pay $8 a month.
$8 a month to play the game.
You're gonna pay $8 a month to play Treasure Map. It's fucking time. Let's fucking go. All right. Next question from @DrainTooHard. Predictions for New Year's. I know that's a weird name, mad name too. Drain too hard, but he ain't even dripping. He's drowning. He needs a drain. Predictions for New Year's, even just a wild guess. Also, we should be getting some awesome new legends being introduced in the future very soon from Wano with how the story is progressing. Which character / modes do you all want to see adapted? So New Year's legend, and Wano characters you'd like to see in the game.
Fairy Yamato.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the New Year's legend.
Hybrid Yamato.
I think Hybrid Yamato is gonna be the New Year's legend.
It makes the most sense, unless if they release it earlier.
Potentially.
Unless they just randomly drop G5.
That's no shot. No shot they do that.
I feel like that'll be Annie.
That's Annie. May next year or Global Annie. Imagine Global Annie being G5. That's crazy. I think that we're gonna get hybrid Yamaho because for some reason in Zoro's super typing, he also Yamato's a proc for
As
him,
Yamato,
which is kind of weird. Like it's a very,
That is really bizarre.
you know, like it makes no sense why Zoro would have Yamato. Like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any
Zora's
sense.
never legit interacted with
Correct.
Yamato ever.
You know,
Yeah,
so
not
it doesn't make
not
any
only
sense.
that, it's about to happen in the anime anyway.
Yeah, and I think it would coincide very, very greatly, with New Year. So I think that's the best guess.
Yeah, it'd be
So
perfect.
if they're gonna do that, what else would they do?
I don't know.
Another hybrid Kaido.
No, shut up.
Another Kaido.
No, actually, make another hybrid Kaido and make him better than the one they released. So he's just fucking even more powerful.
Dragon Momo.
Let's go.
Yeah,
that's
that's soon too.
That's a shout,
That's a good
actually.
call.
But give him Kaido ability, but just worse or some shit.
Get a Luffy and Momo legend. Luffy flying.
Make it like V1 Kaido, but like it'll be free spirit and a different class.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's OP as fuck. Hey, I don't think we're getting G5. I don't think we're getting G5 this year.
We will get it. Like,
yeah,
it's going to be next year.
Yeah. I mean, Yoshi
100%.
did say in his interview, he said next year. So
all but confirmed it for
all
next
but
year.
literally
Yeah.
confirmed it, animate it, clip it. You know, it's done.
Clip it and ship it.
Clip it and ship it. And then I guess those are pretty much the moments we'd want to see adapted from Wano then, because like I think we're all in the same consensus here. Everything in One Piece is pretty much going to be Wano related for the next like fucking however long the game lasts. Like the next 2 or 3 years probably of Treasure Cruise is going to be Wano related. So I don't know. We'll see. Is it just me, or are we moving very fast through Wano in the anime, or am I just delusional?
I don't think so.
I
I don't think so.
I feel like it's moving fast for some reason, but I guess like because we read it so long ago, it's like, oh, okay, like that's happening now. Like, oh, it's gonna approach this point soon. So I don't know. We'll see.
No, the anime still has shit pacing, so it's not going too fast.
All right, fair. Maybe I'm losing my damn marbles. The second to last question from @DMacca. They ask, and I guess this is for Todd. Did Yoshi answer the questions good enough at the interview with Todd? And did Todd miss some more important questions to ask? Was there anything that you think you missed out on asking, or was there anything that, yeah, I guess that's probably how we would word it.
And were you satisfied with his answers?
That's a great point.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely some things that he said that like didn't make a lot of sense, which we talked about a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I'm just happy that he was like down to actually talk about the issues with the game. I'm glad it wasn't like one of those stereotypical interviews where it's like, you know, very generic, very formulaic responses. And no, this was like more of a active conversation, which is definitely what we were looking for. So I'm kind of happy with it. I'm content with it.
Did you watch any of the reviews or the reaction videos? My bad.
I did, yes. Wait, so I know that Subconsci and Papi made one. Did anyone else make one?
I saw
Chelsea
Chelsea.
Yeah, I watched that one too.
Alright, well, ignore of them. Just watch mine. Mine was the best.
Your one was good.
Facts.
Your one was definitely.
Kind of went off on that one, to be honest. I got mad.
Well, it happens.
It does. And then was there anything else in that question? No, pretty much not. Was there anything that you wanted to ask? Like in particular? Was there anything in particular?
Everything. Well, anything that was regarded like a more like a personal either request or a personal question, I asked him off camera.
Personally.
Yeah. So everything that I wanted to say to him, I pretty much got out of it. So
that's what I wanted to say. I don't know if people noticed, but like they should have noticed, because there were points in the interview where where he said, "Oh, can I talk about Treasure Map for longer?" for example, or whatever. Like, surely those weren't scripted, or those weren't like predetermined or whatever. Like, it just him going off on his own tangent, asking, "Hey, can I talk about this stuff and more?" was really sick, because it's like he wants to say some shit. You know, he wants to talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
Which I felt was really cool.
I think I said it earlier in the fact that like the questions that I submitted had to be approved.
Yeah, vetted,
And basically, I got like a very brief outline as to what his response was going to be.
Yeah, yeah.
But there was a part in the interview where he asked that he wanted to expand upon it, and that was not a part of my feedback that I got back for the questions.
Right. Okay.
So during that part where he was going through a lot of detail, I didn't really say a lot because it was more like I'm hearing this for the first time. I don't know what he's saying, so
yeah,
it was cool to see that he went out of his way to add more detail to his responses,
Mhm.
which is of course what a lot of people wanted to see because of the
Mhm.
feedback that we had been receiving, you know, via the social media and stuff. So
yeah.
it was cool to see him
That
go
was
out
sick.
of his way to do
No,
that.
that part I really liked, where he stepped in and was like, no, let's talk about this conversation a little more. I felt like that was really cool. I enjoyed that part a lot.
Yeah,
All right. Last
I
question.
like that part too.
Yeah, I like you. Anyway, no, last question.
Yeah,
Is it getting hot here? It's just me, guys. Anyway, last question. Thank Cody, save us. Now, last question, as per usual, from Cswins, aka Cody, aka Peanut Butter Burger Boy, aka soon to be father. That's someone's dad, by the way. Hey guys, as always, thank you for the Zaddy. Anyway, I've lost my fucking mind today. As always, thank you for the work that you do. As someone who hasn't played Elden Ring, I'm curious if you all think it's worth getting. In my situation, I'd have to buy a used console for it, and it would likely likely wouldn't be getting anything but the game for the console. I think
Yes.
you know our answers. Yes, go get it. It's fucking incredible. Todd literally said it's the best game ever. So, like, you know, and Knight played the fucking shit out of it. So I think he also gives it the stamp of approval. So,
Yeah.
go get Elden Ring. Super fun. Next part. And a weird one. Do you all believe in ghosts? Personally, I don't. I kind of feel that I'd need to have some sort of experience to believe they are real. Do you guys believe in ghosts?
I do.
Mm,
I don't. I don't think.
I
No, I don't.
I don't, but I've had creepy like experiences.
Yeah, I feel that. I think like
I don't think so, to be honest.
yeah. Why?
Damn.
So, Knight, what makes you believe in them? What's kind of your? If you don't mind bringing it up.
No, yeah, it's all good. I don't know. It's not even like paranormal type shit. It's just
Right.
like there's always like footage of shit where there's like something that's like unexplainable. It's not even like the YouTube videos like, oh, I caught this live on camera.
Yeah.
Like not that shit, but
Yeah.
like actual videos and like phenomenons and shit where it's like there isn't like a logical explanation for it. So I feel like if there isn't like, I mean, I feel like ghosts can't. I mean, they can't be real, but they also like I'm more in the camp that they are real, sort of like aliens. Like I'm definitely believe
Oh,
that
totally.
aliens are real. So I feel like ghosts, aliens, like not really like big line to cross. Like they're both freaky things where it's like people tend to not believe in them, but I definitely believe in them.
Like
think a
I
lot
It's
of
not
definitely
like
like
a
with the
hard
alien
thing, but
thing.
yeah.
Like aliens, I feel like it's like inevitable. Like there has to
Yeah.
There's
be
no way we're
something
the
else
only
out
living
there.
life form on like in the entirety of the universe.
Yeah, if you
There's
just go by
just no
probability,
shot.
it just doesn't make sense.
Correct.
For
Law
them.
of large
Yeah,
numbers says otherwise. You know,
yeah.
so
Knight just wants to believe in the box ghost.
The
Mad.
box goes. He's the
Beware.
goat, man.
Mad.
Yes,
Mad.
sir.
This fucking guy. All right. And for some food related questions, what's one type of food where you're just putting your foot down and saying no? I'm pretty open to anything kind of guy, but for me I was like prairie oysters.
Ew.
What's one kind of food where you just no bueno on it? You're just not gonna even think about trying it ever again, or just period. I don't think I have one like. I think I am also open to anything, but to get the ball rolling, I think for me it's I think eggplant. I can't do it, man. My
Really?
my family loves.
You should try eggplant lasagna. That shit actually bangs.
But even that, like, I just thinking about it, like, cause like
Yeah, but eggplant doesn't make eggplant lasagna good. He gets carried by everything else.
So like,
nah, man.
The reason why I dislike eggplant so much is like, as an Arab family, I don't know, like, so we make a lot of eggplant dip at home, like baba ganoush.
Yeah.
And I just have these distinct core memories of like my mum just grilling eggplant on like an open fire and just seeing it like shrivel and the smell and just like, and then when she starts scraping it out of the actual like the skin and just all that kind of stuff combined was just like, no, I can't fucking do this shit. So I think for me it would have to be eggplant. I think so.
Eggplant emoji.
Hey yo, that though, hold on, different story. Let's go.
I think for me it'd be celery. I fucking hate celery.
Interesting. Okay, why? Is there any particular story behind it?
It's crispy, watery grass, disgusting, bitter grossness, and why eat it? Why put it in anything?
Waste of calories.
It serves no
Waste
purpose.
Calories. Negative calories.
It's just disgusting. It tastes gross.
That's fair. That's fair.
This is gonna be a surprising one, but cinnamon buns.
Ooh, okay.
Damn.
Why?
The reason why is because I got traumatized by them. Because when I was younger, my grandma used to make them.
As a kid, I was touched by a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
No, but when I was younger, my grandma used to make them for me every day.
Right.
And I got to the point where I ate it one day and like it made me like throw up like really bad.
Oh,
yeah, I remember this.
I can't eat them anymore. Like just the smell of it makes me want to throw up.
Right. Oh god, that's effort. That's too much.
Yeah.
Right, Unite.
Yeah, thinking about it, I don't really have anything where I'm just like,
no.
Nah. Yeah.
So
like except for like, I mean, I haven't tried like pineapple on pizza, but I don't think that's like a no thing. But it's like something.
Don't try it.
I'm gonna try it.
Don't try it.
Hey,
Please
fuck
don't.
these guys. Try it, Knight. Do it,
bruh.
All right.
I like.
Maybe.
I guess I'm in the odd position now. I actually enjoy pineapple on pizza, so be it. I'm also the kind of guy that orders a anchovy pizza. You know, so.
Yeah. Okay, we don't trust you no more.
Yeah, that's fucked. Hey, come back, guys, come back, please.
Next question, please.
Please come back, guys. I was lying.
Man likes pineapple and anchovy.
I was lying. I was kidding. Teehee. It was just a joke. It was just a joke. All right. Where are we at here? Next part. What is your favorite type of donut? There's a butterscotch cream filled one locally that's excellent. What's your favorite kind of donut?
Sounds pretty good.
I think I'm a generic donut Donny. Cinnamon, whatever it is, or like just a glazed one, simple, plain, effective, delicious.
Simple glaze is hard to beat, honestly.
I agree.
I like chocolate jam donuts are pretty banging.
Okay.
I just like the regular donut with the chocolate frosting and sprinkles.
Yeah, some simple,
classic.
There's I think there's a line that you cross with donuts where like if you do too much, they just become bad. Like there's like a line where it's like as long as you just meet this line.
At what point does a donut stop becoming a donut?
Yeah, what's the donut line? We need to figure that's how we solve world peace. Figure out the donut line, and then we'll be good.
Oh, you know what's weird though?
It's when people
excuse me,
what?
Dodo.
When the donut says Hododo, and then it hits you with the buzz cut mochi.
I'm gonna hit you with the dodo, mate. Mate, you extinct lad.
But like, I think when people try and make savory donuts, I think that's a bit too far.
Nah, you're doing too much. If you're putting bacon in your donuts, you're doing too much.
Yeah, you need to stop right there.
Right, Unite. What's your favorite donut?
Between like sour cream or
sour
pumpkin. Sour cream?
On a donut.
What? On a donut?
Is it sour cream? What? Yeah, it's like
sour cream like what you put on chips.
Bagel.
No, it's not that. It's like yeah, I'll show you this shit.
This is crazy.
The shit you put on a taco?
This means sour cream and man, it said sour cream and pumpkin on a donut.
No, it's not like
No,
that.
I need images. I need pics.
What the fuck other sour cream is there?
I need to know
It's
what's
like
going on right
There's a
now.
cream cheese.
No, it's not cream cheese. It's just like
Old-fashioned sour cream donut. What is this?
That looks disgusting.
It's just like a glaze.
Old-fashioned sour cream
It's like
donuts are
glaze.
coated in glaze and taste just like cakey ones. What the? Who the fuck
Oh wait,
is this?
is sour cream put into the dough?
I think that's what it is, because that's pretty normal. Not pretty normal, but like that's a more common
That makes a
thing.
bit more sense. I thought it was like a donut with sour cream
Give
on
me
it.
the recipe.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean
Yeah,
that. No.
that's
Oh,
disgusting.
okay.
Hey,
Okay.
For the
That's
donuts, with
nasty.
cake flour. Go,
I'm not a freak.
That's like peanut butter burgers.
Where's the
here.
sour cream in the recipe? I can't see it.
Maybe is it sourdough?
In the bowl of a standard mixer fitted with a paddle attachment, beat the butter and sugar until they're sandy. Add the egg yolk and mix until light and thick. Add the dry ingredients to the mixing bowl in 3 additions, alternating with the sour cream, ending with the flour. So it is in the donut mixture you're adding sour cream. Okay,
Right.
I'm glad we've solved this mystery. Because I was gonna say, not pulling up eating fucking sour cream glazed donuts.
No, that's
crazy.
nasty.
That's crazy. And here we are talking about like, savory donuts are cringe, and we're talking about like, man really almost said sour cream donuts, man. God damn. There you go. That's a donut person. Oh, he's bringing up the cookie and donut shit again, man. And favorite type of cookie, gotta go OG choc chip.
Oreos.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think so.
The white
Chalky chip.
white chalk macadamia from Subway.
Ooh,
Woo!
yes, please. That's what all
So
I.
that's spicy.
That one's a delicioso. Muy delicioso.
Oh, shout out to Anzac biscuits, which I guess
Oh,
are kind of a cookie
They don't know that though.
in a way.
They don't get
Yeah,
it. man.
they don't know about that.
I'm good.
One day when you pull up to Australia, one day.
Yeah,
again,
one
sorry
day.
sorry for the shorter than usual questions. Lots going on with work and home. Just had our first ultrasound this week, so my head's still spinning a bit. I'd say a couple
Hopefully
weeks.
it's all good.
I'd say another couple weeks and the dessert tier list should be done, so expect that to be sliding in the DMs anytime now. Much love as always, guys, and thanks again for everything, your boy Cody in Canada. No problem,
Thank
Cody.
you.
All the best
Thanks,
with all
Cody.
the ultrasounds. Hopefully you name the kid Knight. That'd be kind of sick. If it
Or
if it's a girl.
ultrasound? Uta?
Yo.
Like,
Also, I wanted to say, I believe it was last episode. Who was it again? Who was the guy's? What was his?
Wankafella.
Wankafella.
Wank.
He mentioned that they had a kid named Maverick Obi-Wan, and we kind
Obi-Wan.
we kind of clowned on it about not being a real name. Well, he has
Provided the proof.
He has literally sent, as I asked him for the ID, he literally sent Todd his son's ID, and the kid's name is Maverick Obi-Wan.
So his surname is One, and then Obi is the middle name.
Which
That's
is
insane.
fucking bonkers. Like that
Maverick Obi-Wan.
that's fucking sick name, but that's just insane to me, to be real.
That's wild.
But I appreciate the hustle. Man really provided the
Yeah, he went
the
there.
proof, so shout out to him for sure. But that's it for us. Any last
done.
thoughts, lads? We're done. We're out of here. I think that's about it.
One Piece
About it.
episode next episode. So that'll be cool.
Yes, that'll be our last OPTC ep for the year, and then we will be leading into the One Piece award show. The finale of the year will be mid-December, probably around the 10th or the 11th or the 12th. One of those days we will be recording it live. Naturally, as per usual, go follow our social media channels to be updated on them. But I'll go with the general spiel. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can join us, become a GGP member, and do all that kind of fun stuff. Comment your favorite moments as well. If you really enjoyed today, go in the description. You can go to our Linktree link. That is linktr.ee. fm.com/GGPPerfect. You can find all of our social media platforms there. The main ones being Twitter at GGP Podcast and our YouTube community tab as well. We post all of our updates on those two platforms. If you just want to hear purely the audio only version, you can go to anchor.fm/GGPPerfect. We can find us on the 3 major platforms and a bunch of other ones as well, but the main ones being Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts as well. If you enjoy us as individuals, all of our social media links are down in the description. Go follow Flame's new Twitter account as well. You know, that one has been updated in the description down below. But, you know, you can go follow everyone else while you're down there too. Go sub, go do all that kind of fun stuff. But as Todd mentioned, and as we've said at the start of today's episode, this is the last GGP app that is just a regular GGP app. Next one will be OPTC, and the next one after that will be the finale, the OPTC Award Show 2022. But with that being said, I've been Captain Papi, Flame Knight, and Todd. Thank you all for this episode. We'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.